Yeah. Come here, y'all. Come here, y'all. What up, nigga? Let's go.
Literally, like literally a bunch of nothing. And it's one thing that I hate is being stressed out in a situation that's already tense, you know? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's difficult. It's way too much.
So were y'all already official, or were y'all trying to figure out if you could go there, or what was the scenario? I still don't get it.
So the thing is, like, I'm thinking it's one thing, it's official. He's saying it's something else. Listen.
Let's go right now, man. Let's go. What we sitting down for, man? Let's go, man. Where we going?
Yo, you normally sit down when you come to people's house.
I know it's a couch here and everything. We here to go. Let's go. We trying to go out, man. We was going to the day party, a night party, other parties, some strippers involved. Like, what's up?
That's why I called y'all over here.
What you mean?
I called y'all over here for this.
Wait a minute. What is he doing?
Nah, man. Nah, I know.
Nah.
You never know.
Oh, he went to the kitchen. My boy.
Free game?
My boy. You know I'm hungry, bro. Hey, appreciate, man.
What you're not gonna do is play me like a fool.
Okay, because we're grown.
Exactly. You're not a child. But yeah, you wanna play games. I don't get it.
Right, are you gonna be like 40, like still a stray dog? Like, you wanna be a stray dog so bad.
Hopping
Just say
from
that.
couch to couch, right? You wanna be a bum? Just say that.
Say
That's
that.
it. But you wanna get on me because I'm pressing you to be an adult. I don't get it.
I don't get it. And as women, like, we're naturally nurtured. So I feel like it should be no shame in saying, okay, so what is this? I give you a little bit of time and just kind of like, okay, so at this point, I'm bored. You either piss or get off the pot.
Thank you.
So, you know,
Thank you.
At this point, I'm good. I'd rather be at peace by myself than trying to raise a grown man.
I was gonna say something like you can relate, so what happened?
So for me, it was that. It was the same thing. It was kind of like, okay, you like what I bring to the table. You enjoy me, obviously. But at this point, okay, so I want more. And if I'm saying, okay, I want more, and you can't relate, say that. Then I can move on and I can, you know, set my cookies up and get to someone, you know, that's on the same page. But
Hey, man, bring that plate over. What is?
It's that plate, B.
Come on, man. What's that, Ivory?
Hold up, man.
Yo, it's that shit, yo.
Isn't
Come on,
that
man.
fruit?
Hold up.
Fucking
No,
soap, yo. Smell
It's
that shit,
soap.
So,
Smell it, yo.
Man,
Pass
I'm
that shit
clean,
down,
man. I wash my
Man, pass that shit
I
down.
mean, I wash my hands when I got here,
Soap,
man.
too. Pass that shit
Come
down.
on, man.
Smell it, man. Look at that shit, yo.
yo, Rob, what's up with this, man?
That
Come
shit
on,
good.
man.
That shit blood.
I'm just saying.
Yo, it's my
Come
new
on,
business,
man.
yo.
Tell me you ain't.
Smell
Come
the
on, man.
soap.
Hold up.
Man, smell the soap, man, so we can
that
go,
shit back,
man,
yo.
to the party, man. Smell
What is
the
that, man?
Smell the soap.
Yo, this shit
Go,
dope.
man.
Y'all don't think this dope?
I know you didn't pull no soap out, man.
So, what's the
Yeah.
point, man? Come on, what's the point, man? What you trying to get to?
The point is, I called y'all boys over here to show y'all $1 million.
No, look like
Well, hold on.
$1.99
Multi-million
to me. You know what I'm saying?
$multi-million?
That look like dollar store.
at this point, I don't care about any of it. I have goals I'm working on. I have things that I'm working on.
Thank you.
And that's my main focus, and I'm enjoying it. Like right now, I'm at the most.
Listen, I've definitely expect the glow up. I see the glow.
Thank you. Likewise. Likewise. So, I mean, they can figure it out. They can get bored and try to come back. But when I'm done, I don't circle them off. Like, it's
Maybe
not
we can
happening.
play with each other. I don't
There
know.
we go. Look at this. Find a little girl to play with.
What's wrong with this joke?
Come on,
Nah,
man. For real,
nah.
yo.
I
All jokes
see.
aside, man. Tonight's the night,
I
man. What's up?
see
I'm
Dollar
joking.
Tree clearance
Soap.
rack. Soap.
Everybody watch their ad, I think. But for the most part, soap is what it is, yo.
So
Come on, think
Nah,
about it,
man,
yo.
Nah, bro. I use
Soap.
the hotel soap, man. I got a collection of them joints
we
at the
trying to
crib,
go out here
man.
talk about soap.
I don't buy soap. Why you buy
How's
soap, man?
soap,
Just,
man?
just collect them. When the little tray come down the hallway, you checking out, man. Just grab like 10 of them joints. You set, man. Why you need
Multi-million
free
dollars.
soap?
Yeah, I don't understand, bro. Soap?
Hotel
I'm-
soap
I'm
don't smell
confused,
like this,
man.
B.
What?
Hotel
You always
soap don't.
coming up with some different shit, man. Come
No,
on,
man, hold on, man. One of
Man,
the boxes
some
say
soap.
eucalyptus, man. That's some females. Man, I'm not putting no eucalyptus on my ass, man.
But think about it. If the ladies like it, put it on your ass. The ladies might like your ass, B.
Man, they like my
Nah,
ass
come
already.
on,
You
man.
know what I'm
Come
saying?
on,
I mean, you know.
Girl, yes, let's drink to
Let's
this.
drink to that. Here's to a new chapter.
Here's to new goals, the whole 9 yards. It sounds so much at the door. Let me go check.
What's up, girls?
Hey, they was coming. So
Get
much
off the
going
phone.
on.
She is always on the phone.
You came
Hey.
I was up. I should have left her.
Girl, right at the call, she wasn't finished with the conversation.
You know, I need to
That
run
is
here,
rude.
though.
Girl.
That is so
Excuse me, bye.
Anyway.
She go, what are y'all been up to? What's going on? What's good?
Oh, it feels a little heavy, I know. But we were just talking about the fact that, like, yo, as far as dating and all that,
Pause.
it's not interesting.
Pause. We came in here to I came to go out.
Oh.
I can't. What?
I
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my permission
As
to
long as-
sign,
as
the
long as
kids
we
that
Listen, I'm
kids
trying to
with
do
me,
some
mom,
bald-headed hoe
whatever.
shit tonight. Hey.
Yeah, man. They don't even know what type of soap
guy,
I use.
man.
And
What's
they
up?
like,
Where we
oh,
going, yo? Where we going,
Yo, I
fellas?
ain't never met as many haters as right now in this room right
I'm
now.
just
Come on,
saying,
man.
Y'all
man.
don't see. Y'all don't
I'm
see.
just saying,
So,
man.
This is money right
I'm
here,
just
yo.
saying, man. If it ain't in Walmart, I ain't buying it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You could tell what he was used to sell on the street, man. That's what's wrong.
Oh.
He always
Oh,
got to hustle, man.
Right, you always
Come on,
gotta
you always
hustle,
gotta
man.
hustle, man.
You always gotta hustle. Why don't you sell that with a P
Now he coming up with
and
some
then
soap, man.
buy one, get one free?
Bro,
You
you
know what I'm
got the
saying?
job. What are you doing, bro? What are we doing? Soap?
I mean,
Yeah, you got to explain
Soap?
Come on.
I don't
No,
technically got
think
the
about
job.
it.
I kind of.
No, no,
I mean,
no. You didn't just say that, man.
Hold up.
I
You
know
got
you got a
fired?
job while you're doing your side. I
got
know.
fired, Ron?
You didn't say that, man.
No, fired is a harsh word. Let's just say I got removed.
First of all, y'all need a drink.
Okay, duh.
You got us?
You are not
At the
guests. You
bar.
can go in the kitchen and get your own.
You know what? This is what
Oh.
I like.
Matter of fact, bring the whole thing.
Okay, I got you.
Ugly ass
Then you know. Little fur. Y'all look like some man. I'm gonna get you some water.
How you
But-
get fired on your day off, yo?
Nah.
How do
Probably
you
selling
get fired
the
on
soap
your
in the
The
back.
day I
or
wasn't supposed to
something,
take
man.
the day off. That's why I got fired. But this is not the point. The point is not me getting fired. The point is me creating an issue, a situation that I'm not gonna ever get fired again. And don't y'all guys want to be in that same spot? You don't? Do you want to be fired? Think about it. This is a way for us to never get fired again.
Yo, this sound like one of them joints where you get $25, somebody's supposed to give you back $2,000.
Hey, girl. He gonna have that girl.
I appreciate it.
I got you.
They always lit. I don't
Yes,
get it.
right. So what's wrong with y'all over here looking like a louse puppy? Come on, look at what's up, man?
I was just saying, I don't really feel like going, like, the whole dating scene, all that. I'm not feeling it. So what was it? Like, what were y'all trying to do? Y'all want to slide? Y'all want to smart? What?
I don't even want to be touched right now. I don't even want to look at guys.
She don't want to be touched.
It's dollar night at the marina.
Is she a lesbian now? You don't
Might as well be. That might be a good idea. Maybe I should try it.
Okay.
Maybe that's what
Just
it is.
dibble and dabble.
Yes, because I'm not doing white men. So,
No.
a girl,
Hell no.
maybe.
You ain't gonna be touching my undesired.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's,
I don't know.
I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do
My
it.
shit
I don't want to do it.
We might as well go to the
I don't wanna
casino
do it,
for that.
man. Oh,
We
you
might as
talking
well
about
put the
some
money in the slot machine.
Let's just go to the casino,
Go
you know
to
what I'm
the
saying?
casino.
Or how about this, like we did last time, go to the strip club and just keep picking the ones up off the floor and throwing them back. They not gonna pay attention, bro. That's the hustle right there. It's like $50 on the floor. We just keep recycling 50. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's therapy for you, especially if you just lost your
A
job.
strip
You
club
need to
on
be in a
$50
strip club.
on the floor. Look, man, come on, y'all. Think about this, man. This is gonna change our life.
It's changing my life right now because I thought we was going out to a damn party.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't get it yet.
First I thought, and then I thought you was bringing some vittles out. You know what I'm saying? I was hungry as fuck.
He brings out soap.
So extra. Extra.
Nasty. I wanna be.
They ain't drinking enough. That's
They
what
want
it
a
is.
liquor license. Liquor.
You know what? I heard fudge munching, but liquor license? We like that. I think I'm calling that one.
Okay, you know they full of crap.
Fudge munching. Well, y'all want to go out? Where do you want to
Where
go?
were you headed anyway? Were y'all already out? Or y'all just decided to stop here? Or what's up?
I mean, we thought y'all was over here chilling, doing whatever. Y'all sitting over here crying the river. Over here looking like Janet Jackson.
look like
in
a Lauryn Hill video.
Here. We're not upset. We just
Question.
know that niggas ain't
Hey, they look like, you remember that one time I found out that Usher had the bumps and I was saying, that's what they look like.
Ooh, question.
I
You bugging
hate
me, you
these
bugging
hoes.
who? Don't you see your cat? A bugaboo, a bugaboo, a bugaboo.
I'm staying
So
there.
anyway,
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
So either y'all gonna stay in with us, or what is it? I mean.
No, we ain't sitting here watching The Notebook, or we not gonna sit in here watching these sad, sappy
So what do you
movies.
suggest? What should we do?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I mean, I'm fine. I can go out and have a good time, but it's.
But what y'all sad about?
Are we going?
What are y'all sad about? So we broke up today.
Put on some Trina. Sing with me.
Y'all broke up.
Yeah. I don't know. Things is always confusing. Everything is always out of whack. I can't deal with it no more. We just broke up. I don't feel like being dealt with today though. So
We might as well. We can go out. You wanna go out? Have some fun.
after the energy these hoes just gave us, it be your own friends. You don't need
I don't even
enemies with
take them
friends
serious.
like this.
When they doing that shit, I don't take them serious.
I don't care.
So-
Acknowledge what I'm
That's how they
saying.
take each other.
You bring out soap, man.
Help
So-
me understand this one, man.
I'm clean as hell. Matter of fact, I need some lotion. You got lotion with that soap? You got lotion? Yo, what is he doing, man? Just soap, man. Man, look, man. Go get dressed, man. Just go get
Collective
dressed.
wear
bro.
on. Let's go shut.
You know what I'm
shit down,
saying?
man.
Or
Let's-
go
let's
grab
shut
something.
down.
down. Let's beat the streets.
At least give me some egg rolls or some tater tots or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Next time you come out here with a plate, man, it better be something on it, man, other than whatever this is right here, man.
Right.
You brought out these
They don't
windows.
even-
What
they
is
don't-
that window right there?
This one look like an old
I
flip
ain't
phone.
keep
You know what I'm
talking about
saying?
Shit, yo, I'm telling y'all. Y'all laughing now.
I'm
This
telling
shit
you.
right here. Watch, man. I'm telling
No,
y'all, man. Y'all
brown
niggas
soap.
gonna regret this,
Come
man.
on, man.
Nah, y'all gonna regret
I
this.
like my soap white anyway, man.
So is y'all going or not? Yeah.
Gotta look good.
Yes, girl. Okay, we gotta get dressed though.
Go ahead and get
Okay,
dressed,
all
and then we
right,
gonna do
okay.
what? We gonna get some sprinkle
Don't y'all be back there licking
Take,
this shit.
take forever.
Balls in the jaws. Let's
You're
go tonight.
jealous.
Balls in the jaws tonight.
Jaws in the balls. Balls in the jaws. Ooh, ooh.
You know what? The couples are sad as hell. They ain't had no different.
Lonely, helpless. They gotta pay their own rent. Everything.
Girl, listen, all the bills. All the bills. I'm not about that life, honey.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
How's everybody doing tonight? It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast. I go by the name of Sion
I sell that, you know.
Y'all already know what it is. It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show, and I go by the name of Sion 919. We was just watching Soap King starring our guest tonight. Yo, without any further ado, yo, she's a comedian. She's an entrepreneur. She does a lot. She's an actress. You know, we're going to let her tell y'all for herself. Yo, without any further ado, I'm excited, yo, because she's been putting in work. She's definitely a good person, good vibe. You know what I mean? She's definitely going to have us bugging out and laughing today. So without any further ado, we got the comedian Ayeshia in the building. How you doing?
What's up, everybody? I already see my people checking in, so I got to say hey to everybody. I'm not stopping in between to say hey again. That's it. Because y'all know I'm drinking my wine and we about to have fun tonight, okay?
It's about to go down. It's about to go down. So we just seen the clip of the Soap Kings. Let's talk about that. What was that experience like for you shooting that scene?
Oh, man. It's fun. Rod is doing his thing. If you have not started watching Soap Kings, please watch it. It's a series about, it's almost like my life on God.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a series about a dating situation, and I'm not gonna snitch and tell the story, but just watch it. And y'all can be like, dang, they just watched every bit of Ayeshia's life and just put it on screen. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
That's the thing, right? So you're a funny woman. You're definitely doing your thing in the business, right? For the people that may not be familiar, let's let them know a little bit about you and how did you first get into comedy?
Whew. A little bit about me. Well, I never thought I'd be in this situation as far as being a comedian. Weirdly enough, though, it's kind of been in my blood all my life type thing.
Right.
I was married for a long time, 14
Okay.
years married,
Wow.
and housewife, church wife, all the good stuff. I was the way the Lord wanted me to be. Hallelujah. Yeah, but then listen,
The devil didn't get you there. He almost had you, but you got away.
and I got away. Let me get some communion on that. Y'all don't even understand. Oh, we cool now, but I've been delivered. I'm a free hoe. So No, but I, you know, even then I had my passion for clothing and I had my own clothing store and I love that. But even then people will come to my store and guaranteed to laugh. Like anywhere I am, I just love being happy. I done been through so much. I love being happy. I even taught at Fayetteville Tech for a couple of years. I did the dental terminology class there. And even then, didn't matter. I want to be happy. My students to this day, I still run into them. They know Miss D, crazy Miss D.
Wow.
So, you know, for a while, just kind of searching, trying to figure out who I was.
Right.
And I always come back to the same situation, laughing, keeping people laughing. I had friends call me when their parents were sick and can you talk to my parents? They just want to laugh and smile. And I'm like, you know, maybe this is it. Right. So actually a few years ago, I accidentally got on stage a few years ago, like 2019.
Right.
I was supposed to have been helping produce a show, didn't know anything about producing the show. And I had a friend help me do it. And he had some opening acts and he had two big people.
Okay.
Fredo Davis and Ture Gordon. And I wasn't familiar with them like that because I just knew the A-listers like everybody else, you know, the big names. So I had no idea the magnitude of these names. Okay. So they come through. But none of my openers, nobody who was supposed to open for them showed up. So here I am, just put on the spot. Like Fredo did what he did. He is a beast. If you know him, that is my heart. Fredo Davis came through because my DJ, he was like, yo, I could bring him in. The DJ got him. He came through. He did a 45-minute set, had the whole place in tears laughing. He was dope. Okay. My friends came through and they noticed, like, we didn't have anybody else. And I was not prepared to be on stage. I was just supposed to host. I was supposed to go up there and call a person's name, get down, because that's all I knew.
Right.
So I called my girl out. My girl came. She did a song for me. Shout out to Shakia because she did that. She tore that up. You know, I had a few other friends take care of some things to just to keep the show rolling. And Fredo pulled me to the side and was like, yo, he said, sis, you want to do this? Do this. And I was just like, yeah, but not today.
Not tonight.
I was not like, yo, you just killed the stage. What are you talking about?
Right.
So he is like, nah, you want to do it. I've seen the passion. Just get up there and do it. Just sink or swim. Wow. At this moment, Ture hadn't even showed up yet. I didn't even know if he was even in the city, the state. I didn't know he was even coming.
Right.
So I'm like, dang. So then I'm just kind of forced on stage because, like, you know what? I brought you here. You did your part. The least I could do is try to wing it. And I did. And it felt so natural. Just so normal. It was crazy. Mid-set, Ture came in. I talked a little smack to him while he was walking in. And then after I got off, he was, you know, I kind of was like, what's up, dude? You ain't tell nobody nothing. He was like, you got your deposit, didn't you? I was like, what you mean? He was like, you got your deposit as a comedian. I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, yo, this is produced by me. He had no clue. He was like, oh, I thought you was a comedian. You was on stage killing it. I was like, thanks.
These are people that's been doing it.
Yeah, so these are big names, and you know, so that was like, okay, that's cool. But I honestly, I still didn't follow through with it. And actually, the next day I was moving. The next day I was moving furniture, moving houses completely. Everything just changed. Wow. And like a year or so later, you know, talking to my brother, who's one of my huge supporters, Caprice Coleman.
He's in here now. Right.
Yes, man. My friends and my family, you know, they've always known me as a clown. You know, or I shouldn't say clown. I just speak my mind, and I don't really care what people think. So they encouraged me, you know. And I saw open mic. I didn't want to do it. It was like 2 hours away, and I realized no one else around here has open mics. I know middle of the week, 2 hours. What in the world? But it was near my brother's house, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. So I did. So first time ever hitting stage was in February of 2020, and I was open mic in Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Wow. Yep. And it was 22 comics that day. 22. I didn't know nothing about an open mic. I didn't know what it was.
Right.
I just went. And only 3 people got laughs that night.
Wow.
3. If you only know the magnitude of pressure. Yo, I'm watching people go ahead of me, and then it's like crickets, and I'm over here like, well, it's okay if I get crickets because I didn't expect a laugh.
Right.
And out of 22 people, like I said, 3 got laughs. One of them, Hope the comedian, he opens for Capone right now. He's a regular. He was just there to polish material, and I didn't know that comics did that.
Right.
And then Big Mama Badass. I'm gonna bring her into North Carolina next month. She's dope. She's dope. That's my boo right there.
Right.
They got last, but then I got last, and they came to me and was like, "Yo, how long you been doing this?" I was like, "Really? This is kind of like my first time." I wrote the set like 2 days before I went, and it was like, "Yo, you killed it," and it was so dope and natural. But then after that, I realized I was like, we don't have open mics here in the area that I knew of. Apparently there was one, but when I researched it, I didn't see one. So I decided to do one of my own.
Okay.
And that was great. I got a chance to network with other people. And then COVID hit.
Right.
Immediately. So it's like 1-2 stage, that's it. Boom. Died down. So for a long time, there was no stages, no nothing. But shout out to 925 Productions.
925.
Yeah, 925 Productions. I say that because 925, Teron Rogers was filming a movie called Hard Times.
Hard Times.
And yeah, he hit me up about that, and we chatted for a little bit because I was following comedians by that point. I'm like, hey, you do this, I'm in the inbox like,
I'm trying to work, right? I'm trying to work. Hey, so Boney in the building.
Like, hey, what you do? Where are you laughing at? I want to laugh with you. I was at improv all the time, before they shut down. Like they knew me at the improv. They would let me go backstage and meet celebrities. And I've sat with Miss Pat. I've sat with Corey Holcomb. I've sat with Felipe. When I tell you I was thirsty for it. And I would go so much, they would just let me backstage and in the green room and talk with them and chop it up. And it was so dope. Wow. But like I said, COVID shut that down.
Right.
And then Teron came in and, learning what he was doing. He was talking about this movie and I was like, let's get it. And I called up a few friends and within 3 days, we ended up filming the movie Hard Times. And when I tell you that crew became family.
Right.
And we didn't really meet, like the people I knew from my end. Yeah. When I tell you my friends looked out, I called people like same day, like, yo, okay, can you come be in this movie today?
Right.
And they did. My daughter was in the film. My daughter
was in the film as well.
She was the male lady in the film. She killed it.
That's dope right there. H.L. Boney was in there with you, right?
Yes, H.L. Boney.
Yeah. He was in the comments.
And I tell you, I can't even see the comments. I'm on my phone versus my laptop, so I can't really see as much unless I do this. Then I'm telling them, oh, I ain't trying to do all that. Y'all just have to.
Right.
You're gonna have to tell me the comments.
Okay. Yeah. He said you killed it.
But well, thank you, HL, because he did too. Let me tell you, I'm so excited because him and I have a show coming up for the first time since they're actually ever together. But definitely since we've done this movie, and that's how we met was through Teron doing the movie. And if you haven't seen Hard Times, look it up on YouTube. I'll put the link again. That was an improv movie. There was nothing scripted. Teron just said, "Hey, this is what I want," and we did it. And when I tell you that movie's hilarious, HL killed it in that movie. Wow. And in a brief moment, RIP to Darrell. He was one of those Daryl was one of those in the movie. He just passed this Friday. Oh, but watched the movie and he kind of looked like Faison Love. That was my boy. He was a sweetheart.
Right.
And RIP to him, you know what I'm saying? But just for that fact alone, watch the movie. Like it's a great movie to watch. So
and that's Hard Times on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube. And it's spelled different and it looks different. It looks like the little 3-year-old wrote the flyer.
Okay. Wow.
But it's Hard Time. It's HARDTYMES, produced by 925 Productions. So definitely look into that. But and then after that it was a break. And then like I said, since I couldn't get to a stage, I brought a stage to me. I have my venue here in Fayetteville and did a show in October. I brought on Brian Isley, Country T, who was in the scene with me from the movie Just Clip. That's my movie. Brian Isley, Country T, and Jay Marcel. And then Ace Brown, one of my local OGs here. He just come through and just always open the stages and doing stuff for me. So he came through for that day too. And we had a phenomenal show for like the first COVID turnout. And then a break, and then from there just kind of jumped in. And when I tell you I've been just riding on the grace of God's funny waves, Sky Daddy was like, I got you, boo. If you don't know who Sky Daddy is, that's who I call God. Yeah, wow. That's my relationship with him. That's you had yours.
Right.
I got mine.
Wow.
I don't my father and call him father, I call him daddy. And so I call Sky Daddy. Sky Daddy.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you said a powerful thing, right? You said in the beginning, right? When you first started, you was talking about the first show. The people didn't show up. They told you to sink or swim.
Yeah.
So obviously you swam, right? What was that experience like looking back? You know, I know you touched on it briefly when you said you got the compliments from them and they said you had a good job, but I'm noticing something. With the first show, they say you did great. The second time you go to the open mic, you said out of 25 people, it was 2 professionals that got laughs. And you and they thought you had been doing it for a while. So it's like, how did that feel getting that acceptance coming in? And like, what's going through your mind while you're on the stage?
Now that is pressure. That's what that is. Feel like, you know what? I needed some wine, then I need some wine. That's pressure.
Right. Right.
Because it was like, yo, it felt phenomenal. It's a huge compliment. It really is.
Right.
But the saying is, you're only as good as your last set. So yeah, so that's a lot of pressure for the next one. And I do notice this for myself. When I just do me, sets are fire.
Wow.
When I overthink it, or I try to, prepare in advance or go somewhere and I know the crowd is different. And I did that for a little bit, trying to follow other comedians instead of realizing that the comic in me is just me.
Right.
So because I did that, there was times I had some horrible shows. I ain't gonna act like every show was great.
Wow.
My first 7 shows were like, bam, phenomenal.
Right.
And
so
then
you're riding the wave, and then
right. And then I started listening to other people's advice and taking their advice work for them and not what worked for Ayeshia.
Right.
And I did that, and it showed. It showed it wasn't me.
It didn't flow the same.
And I'm my worst critic. My friends will tell you, I record every set to this day. I've been on stage 25, 30 times. I still will record every set, and I'll watch it over and over because
you want to get better.
Yeah.
And that's the thing right there. So let me ask you, how do you prepare yourself going in, right? And how has your style changed from the beginning to now? Because you got a couple in you now. So it's like back then, let's take it back to the beginning, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff you know now that you didn't know back then. So like, what were some of the ways that you would get prepared, and how did you get your creative concept for your sets?
I'll drink wine.
You drink your wine. And that's the thing. So, all right. So your whole life, you always was funny. Like some people, they're just naturally funny.
Ask my classmates, and I see it all the time when they post like, "Ayeshia, you've always been a clown." And I've looked at pictures. I remember seeing a picture of me and 4 of my closest friends in high school, and I was considered a church girl. By the way, I stayed in church. I stayed out of trouble. That's what it was in school. But everyone that knew me and knew me personally, I was always the one trying to laugh and clown, because I grew up, I'm the middle child. Like, somebody got to pay me attention.
Right. So it's like, somebody's gonna
listen to these stories. Yeah. Wow. So, I'm the oldest of the girls and youngest. I had 3 older brothers and 2 younger sisters, but different households, and I'm smack in the middle. Yeah. So laugh your way out, laugh or cry. And
the laugh. I feel you on that. So let me ask, who are some comedians that inspired you growing up? They may have not inspired you to get into a comedian, but what were some of the comedians that you liked back then?
All right. So here's the crazy part about me. Most girls like my daughter's age, and back then you would think, was watching Brandy and Monica and trying to be cute like Laura Winslow and all that. Right. My siblings will tell you, I was the one watching Bill Cosby himself stand up.
Wow.
My mom had us on Sinbad all the time, like
the legends.
Yeah, but clean legends. That's the funny part. Bill Cosby, Sinbad, even Ricky Smiley. To this day, Ricky Smiley is one of my favorites. I know that sounds corny, but he is one of my favorites because he can just out and go to a church and do it. I go to church, they're gonna kick me out for a little bit. Right. But him and Cedric the Entertainer, those are my go-tos because of what I was allowed to watch
at the time. Right. I understand.
Right. Even back, and Jamie Foxx, all the originals from In Living Color. Me and my siblings were watching Living Color. Like, it was like, we'd be like this, like, right. And we would act like we was doing the skits at home. Me and my brother, to this day, I guess that's why me and him do our Chronicles so much. Because the Ayeshia Chronicles, if you ever see me and my brother on the Ayeshia Chronicles, Caprice Coleman, we flow like that. And it's a one take video because we've been doing this all our lives.
Right. So it's just natural.
All our lives. So it's just natural, yeah. But clean comedy was how I grew up. Now don't get me wrong. I also was inspired by people like Whoopi Goldberg when nobody liked her because she wasn't accepted as beautiful. Yeah, my mom had me watching movies like Telephone and stuff like that. Like the originals. Carol Burnett, all like old school stuff, like that was stuff I would just be like, wow.
You took me back with that one.
Yeah, right. But I'm 19, so don't go too far back.
All right, okay, all right. Ain't that wrong with that? You have a wise soul. You've been here before. Is what
Yeah.
All right.
But all the old stuff we would watch, and a lot of it had a lot to do with being raised in a church home.
Wow.
But my mother wanted us to still be able to enjoy life. If that makes sense. So when everyone else was up to par with the newest music, I could quote every song from Motown.
Wow. That's good music. That's soul music.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. So
you seasoned, you versed now. So it's like, okay, you grow up, you're in high school. You said your friends always said at the time you wasn't intentionally being funny. But your friends now looking back say you always had the gift, right? When did you realize that you had the gift?
Man, I still question it.
Wow.
No, really. I probably about a year ago. Before I actually decided to do the open mic, I was literally, and my coworkers used to tell you, I would walk around and ask my friends and coworkers, and like, what's my purpose? Like, what do y'all see that I don't see? I know I'm good at sales. I can sell anything. Like, I promise you, I can sell anything. We can be in hell. I'll sell you 3 extra layers of coal because that's what it is. It is what it is.
Right. You got that gift of gab.
That's what it is. And I had a clothing store. I can sell anything. However, at the same time, I still didn't understand what it was that I had. And I noticed that even, at my job, I work in dental. And people will come with full mouth of extractions. And by the time they finish leaving me and I'm asking for, a check for $3,000-$4,000, they're in tears laughing at me.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm just being mean. And everyone that knows me at my job, I have a lot of my patients that come to my shows and they follow me online because I'm just me.
Right.
And
that's the thing. So it's normal for you. It's natural. You're not trying to be somebody else. Where sometimes it's like people overextend themselves. Where it's like you're just genuine. This is who I am. Do you get a lot of your material from like your life or like your friends' life and stuff like that?
Not my friend. I got enough of my life. I don't need that. Nobody else's business.
You don't need nobody else's business.
And the crazy part about it is I honestly have not really even fully put in my personal business yet for reasons.
Right. No, I understand that.
And I promise you, no, I will though. Trust me, I will. Y'all go hear my.
Right. I didn't go through this for nothing. So
No, but for right now, I haven't disclosed a lot of my personal information yet. Right. But when I look back and I have these conversations with people, they just look at me and laugh like, "What the hell, Ayeshia? Why are you not writing books?" And my dyslexic mind, no, that's why I'm not writing books.
Wow, that's the thing. We got Fitz in the comments right quick. He says it's all about selling yourself without selling yourself out, and you sell the venues out. So he says salute, and he also said he loves your energy, and he'd be honored to co-star with you. That's Fitz right there. And we got Mr. Jones. He said the wine skits are hilarious. So that's Mr. Jones. We got CJ R. Haven. Says you're nice in real life too, and that's definitely a fact right there. Definitely nice in real life, good vibe, good energy. We got Mia Mitchell, definitely a gift. I'm amazed every time I go to a show. So it's like that's the thing right there. So you say you've done about 25 shows, right?
I had to go back
or more.
Yeah, for the past year and a half, maybe 25.
All right. So let's talk about the first time because you say you was on 7 good ones, right? You on the high. Everything is going good.
Yes.
Let's talk about the 8th one. What happened on the 8th show right there? What happened?
See, what had happened was, right?
Let me take me a drink to this one.
I'll let people get to my head.
Right. Okay.
The thing about me is that, you know, within the past couple of years, because like I said, I was married and we went through all that, you know, and I had to learn me again. I had to rebuild a level of peace. And I'm still trying to get to that full level of peace, but I realized that my crazy button ain't gonna let me get it. So, but I'm having a real moment. Don't be laughing at my pain.
I mean, all right. I mean, you're a comedian. I thought I was supposed to laugh.
You're right. It's really when you pay me. This is a free show, so no.
Free show, right.
No. But I had to come to this thing to myself where I remind people to take me as I am or take nothing at all, because there's levels to Ayeshia.
Right.
And I have to remind myself there's levels to me. So where I went wrong was, again, like I said, I kind of idolized certain people, just not knowing how long they've been in the game or where they've been, and not thinking, Ayeshia, you're sharing the same stage with these people.
Right. On the same level.
Right. And these people have been doing it 10, 15 years.
Right.
You know, and I'm over here like, oh my God, so awesome to be in the same room with them. And not even realizing you're here for a reason. You know, and first of all, shout out to comedian Hugh Baby and Nuff Said, because they took me under their wings like that.
Right.
In Charlotte. I don't know if you know how hard it is to just jump on Charlotte scene, because the comedians in Charlotte, when I tell you, they are fire. Wow. I mean, they are great. You're talking about Julio Hennessy, you're talking about Tyrone Burston, and Deacon, you're talking about Cousin Clyde, like Niecy Banks, all of them just like fire. Okay.
Right.
And here I am on set with all of them.
So that means you're doing something right.
Like right away. I remember doing a show one day and it was raining. It was a homeless set. And I remember driving 2.5 hours to do that set for the homeless in the rain, which is kind of rude because, you know, homeless people outside all day. I don't understand how they don't keep them outside to do a show. They could have brought them in. Anyway. But I remember doing that set. And from that point on, between Nuff Said and Hugh Baby, I ended up doing 2 extra shows that night. And they just pulled me. And I think it was great. They took me under their wings and had me. I mean, I was able to do a show for Mr. Cheeks in Atlanta because of them. Right. Okay.
That's the network, right? Being in the right place, being ready.
Right. And they saw something even I didn't see. Because at that time, I was writing sets like the day before.
Right.
And just doing it. Where I went wrong is listening to the other comedians say, well, do this and keep using your same material and do this and practice that. And I was like, y'all do that?
Wow.
And I did.
Right. Now it comes robotic.
I lost myself.
Gotcha.
When I did, I focused so much on trying to make them happy. I wasn't happy with myself on stage. Right. So I remember a couple of times in South Carolina that it was just horrible. Just like, let me just go home, please. Like, you ain't got to pay me. Just let me leave.
Right. So let me ask you, all right, how long were these sets right here?
Oh, man. They were supposed to have been like 10, 15 minutes, but when you get that light, that come down light, that's when you know you like, you ain't doing something right. Wow. So those sets had started off at 5 minutes into, and then you could tell that something went wrong. And as you can say, I can't hide my facial expressions. I don't know how to. My mama didn't teach me that part. She skipped that part in the whole facial expression thing. So it just showed. It's
written all over your face, like, oh, it's on.
Man, and this mouth of mine, I don't know how to just not say how I feel.
Right.
Ish.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a couple of rough shows in South Carolina. I got to redeem myself out there because I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, South Carolina, what part?
Wow. Now you got to go back and kill them out there. You ready now? You ready now? So let me ask you, because people look at you, right? Okay. They wouldn't think comedian, right? They look at you. What does a comedian look like? Is the next question. But it's like people, they wouldn't think comedian, right? Because you see you dolled up, you got the natural look going, you're a mom, businesswoman, entrepreneur, definitely educated and stuff like that. So like when people find out you're a comedian, what's their response? Like people that may not know you.
They run. The first thing is don't use material on me. Don't use.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
No, in honesty, I run into people, and before I tell them what I do, on the side, they usually say, "You are hilarious. You need to be on the stage."
Wow.
A lot of my patients say that to me. A lot of people I meet in the streets, that just random people that my introvert self will go and talk to, and yeah, and something, you know, I do already. So I get actually gotten a lot of followers that way. They follow me because they've seen me out somewhere, or I'll be sitting down. I'm quick to take myself on a date because I love me some me.
Right.
So
you got to though. Self-love is the best love. You have to.
Everybody's not there yet, and it took me a while to get there. So I'm quick to take myself on a date, and I'll go out and I'll have a glass of wine, and I'll be somewhere and see people, and I'll just go. My little introvert self will go over there and start talking to them, and they're like, "You are so funny," and I'm like, "You know what? Follow me on Instagram."
Wow. That's the thing right there. So you constantly, it's like, that's the thing. It's like just being on the set with HL and Big Paul, the comedian.
Yeah.
Right. One thing that I can say, yo, and it's like, I'm pretty sure I would have loved to been in the room the day with you and Country T on the set, because it's like one thing about what I noticed, right? Like when you put funny people around each other, it's always a show. It's not when the camera goes on. It's like the camera just gets certain parts, but it's like just the time they walk up and the time, or if I walk up, they got jokes. It's jokes. I'm laughing in stitches. So it's like being a comedian, right? Like, okay, you say this is just who I am. I'm not trying to be anything else. So I can just imagine you're in a restaurant. You take yourself on a date. You're having your wine, right? And I'm sitting across from you. And it's like, yo, you just start making me laugh. And you say, yo, you hit me with the follow me on Instagram. What are people's normal reactions when you do this? Is like, are they blown away? Is it like, yo, because that's not something that happens every day. It's like,
by then we're family. So seriously, buddy, like I don't know. I'm really, believe it or not, even though I'm an introvert, I'm very sensitive to vibes. Right. And I pick up on a lot of, if I feel like there's a lot of negative energy that can't be touched, because there's a difference. People think negative energy, leave me alone, don't bring that here. But I also believe there's a healing energy in people. Healing energy. So if you have a high enough vibration, your vibration can actually pick people up, and they don't realize they need that. And you don't always look at people that's on a low vibration and say, I can't mess with it, they're gonna mess with my energy. That just tells me your energy is so weak that you ain't got no strength.
You don't got no strength. You're teaching right now. Say that one more time. Yeah, we supposed to be talking. We supposed to be telling jokes. You're teaching. Be helping the people.
Yeah, I'm talking Ayeshia, and I say this because I've learned this, like you asked before, how I get into it. And when I was asking about my purpose, and I've learned that people will call for me to make their day better, and I never knew I could do that.
It's a gift. It's definitely a gift.
So that tells me I have some level of vibrational strength that I can bring people up even when I'm down. Because the one thing about a comedian, most of us are really going through some stuff. Right. Real talk.
Right there.
Real talk.
No, that's a fact right there.
So there's times, and my friends will tell you, there's times they don't even know if I'm going through anything or not. I'm what they call me, a high functioning person. But because it heals me to heal others. It strengthens me to strengthen others. So when I do go places, and I do that a lot, especially like I like to go to my spot, the chill bar or whatever, and I see people and I feel like they need a little Ayeshia in their life, whether they ask for it or not, they're going to get it. And usually they love it. I probably say 1% of the time I've ever met someone that was like standoffish. And I think that's probably because the girl was probably thinking something different, but she usually ended up loving me, and we just love each other. Okay.
That's the thing. You have a natural vibe, and that's the thing. I even remember it's an old saying that laughter is medicine.
It is.
So when you say healing people and stuff like that, it's definitely a gift, and everybody can't do it. It's some people that they try to be funny. Yeah. It's like you might get a laugh here and there, but it's like, you're really not that funny. Then you have some people that's just naturally funny. They're funny even when they're not trying. So it's like some people have the gift right there. So it's like, you bring a healing to the patients and the clients. So the whole time it's like, you said a powerful thing though. You said one thing about being a comedian, and I could say artists and actors and stuff like that as well. It's like they're giving joy to the world, and they're helping everybody else. But it's like some nights are dark. Sometimes they down. Sometimes they need encouragement and stuff like that. But you say you're high functioning, so you don't let people see it, right? So how do you maintain all this stuff without, you getting in the dumps and you keeping yourself up? I know you said encouraging other people. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to get you your own line. We're gonna have to get you your own. We're gonna have to get you a sponsorship right there.
I'm gonna pause that for a minute and shout out to Tamika at Exquisitely Wines because she actually has started sponsoring me as of last week.
Yo,
so you guys will see that.
Wow.
And I have something else up my sleeve that no one knows of yet. No one, not even my best friend. And I see her up there and she's probably like itching.
Wow.
But I, as of last night, just embarked on a business deal that just wait for it.
Okay, so that's
Just
congratulations on that. Yo, big news right there. So let me ask you, you're a wine connoisseur type of woman.
Yes.
All right, what's your wine of choice? Like, what do you like? Darks? Do you like the light wine? What's your wine?
Anything over 12%.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So let me ask you. All right. So let me ask. Right. We're talking about wine. So about what glass are you on your level? Like, yo,
okay. So
you
here's the thing. This is how it works. Okay. Because I actually drink a lot of water, by the way. So anyone who loves wine, that's cool. But if you know Ayeshia drinks water all day.
Right.
That way, when I do drink my wine, I can mellow out because your body reacts to everything. So, before I understood wine and when I was just learning and I only started drinking wine because I didn't want hangovers the next day.
Right.
I would go for a sweet wine.
Sweet wine.
It would be too much sugar in it. I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Right. And then I started doing like the muscadine wines, which is really good. But then I saw that 12% on that Carolina Red. I was like, you know what?
I gotta cut you loose.
I see what you did, Lord.
Right.
Yeah. But then it became, sweet. So it's like juice and I would just drink it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right. That's a problem. But I drink a lot of water and I used to drink liquor so I could hold my liquor. I really could. But I was like, this ain't good.
Right.
Cut back. But let me tell you how to wait. We gotta have church, y'all.
Let's have some church, yeah. Wow.
Let me tell y'all how my girl Tamika from Exquisitely, because I'm gonna shout her out 12,000 times. Heard about me, right?
Right.
Okay. Let me tell you how she heard about me and was following Chronicles and stuff of that nature. I didn't even know. People were coming to me in the streets all the time, like, I love your Chronicles. I'm like, okay, I need to post more because I haven't posted that many yet. But I used to post them a lot. I actually have some I'm gonna release this week. But anyway,
right.
She showed me this 18% that she made. She makes her own.
18%.
And now, for once in my life, it does take me about 4 days to get to a bottle.
Wow.
That is, I think Jesus took his big finger and put it in there.
That's the one. That's the one that was at the
I
wedding.
can taste the fingernail in it. Like Jesus' fingernail he cleaned it. It's
wow. So that's like the wedding wine right there.
That's this one is a red wine. This is red berries, what she calls it. I've tried her up here. She got matter of fact, hold on. Can y'all see behind me? Y'all see that setup right here? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So she sent me this big thing full of different wonderful things that she makes, and that's gonna be part of the business too. She don't even know what I just signed for last night. Y'all just wait. Y'all just wait. Don't just sleep on Ayeshia. You sleep on me if you want to. You're gonna wake up with drool.
So that's the thing right there. You're branding yourself, building your brand, and you're growing, right? So like, what are some of the highlights so far? Like going up into, let's not do 25. Let's go up to the first 13 shows.
Okay.
What were some of the highlights in those first?
Show
13?
number one. I was on stage with Teray Gordon and Fredo Davis. If you look them up, I had no clue who they were. Teray Gordon opens up for some more. Wow. One of my eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's definitely funny.
That's so dope. I was on stage with him. Fredo Davis. Oh my God. What? Right. Look him up. He is like so well known in ATL. Right now he's on tour with Major Hype all over the United States. He's in the Virgin Islands. He's everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. That was show one. Okay. And shout out to DJ Cam Cutter because he's the reason why I even know Fredo. Right. And he's also my comedy DJ, and I will always make sure wherever I go, he go because he rocks it.
DJ
yes,
Cam
salute without question. But then from there, you know, I did a show with Ace Brown here in Fayetteville.
Ace Brown.
And yeah, he's like one of the OGs out here because we started doing shows at the same time. And so we worked together. He was like, you know, hey, I got Fridays. I said, bet I got Saturdays. And we work together. We don't bump heads. We work together. I'm doing a show with HL with the productions of Ace, you know what I'm saying? Because we do that. And Maggot, right? All of us here locally now, we come together.
Work together.
Doing this, okay. But I was able to feature for Cletus Cassidy, which is another head. And these are names that you might not know off the top of your head, but if you go back to all the Comic View, these
veterans in the game, they're veterans. These ain't just overnight. These people that's been in the game paying their dues, and now they
right. And I'm featuring for these people. I'm not even opening. If you don't know anything about comedy, you have an opener, which is someone who's just, hey, I'm gonna get you some free time on stage if you don't mind opening for them.
Right.
Then you have a features, which is hyping up the crowd, and then you have your main event.
Okay.
Now, technically, like I said, I've only been in this for a year.
Right.
I've been featuring for them, like all these things. Wow. Again, like I said, a private show for Mr. Cheeks.
Right.
For his birthday party. Mr. Cheeks, come on,
Mr.
man.
Cheeks.
Renee, get along. Right. Listen, what?
What? Oh, yeah.
If I was old enough to remember that stuff.
Right.
Crazy, right?
Right.
But oh man, I didn't know then, like I said, Julio, Hennessy, all them. We did a huge show for Talent, the comedian.
Talent.
You don't know who Talent is. Talent is one of the kings of comedy in New York. Him and Capone and all them. Right. Like I said, to do my second stage with Big Mama Badass and Hulk, and Hulk opens for Capone. And then we went to Improv to go see them the other night, and you know, he's remembering me from my first come on stage because of the joke that I told then. Wow. Which I don't know if I can repeat it on here, but just know it's never.
You can repeat it. You can repeat it. I love to hear it. No, I said not that.
Every time
we gotta come to the show.
My friends be like, "No, slow motion, no." But it's a joke that I promise you, it's never forgotten once you heard, because you're like, "Oh my God, that's some crazy Ayeshia stuff." Wow. But like I said, then I've been able to go backstage with some large names because of being in comedy within a year. And like I said before, before I even got to show 7, I had to write them down the other day just to remind myself. You know, I did a show with recently Tommy Chung from I Got Hooked Up. You remember? He was a retarded dude, and I got hooked up. Before he even knew I was a comic, I went and I sat beside him at the show. I went and sat beside him because I was supporting my boy Trey. Right. And he didn't know who I was. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he didn't have his retarded outfit on, and I started to remember it, right? So I just kind of sat beside him. And I started doing me. I was just talking to him. My little introvert ass came out and was like, yeah. And he was just dying laughing. Like, he was I felt so bad because it was kind of too loud. Right. The other comic was on stage, and the other comic was Ken's looking at us like, you shut up. And I'm over here like, I can't help it. And so Tommy was like, yo, and I said, well, I'm a comedian too. He's like, you getting on stage? I was like, no, I'm not. But I did end up getting on stage, and he just died laughing. And for him to send shout outs later is like so super dope. Wow. I got to hang out with Sean Harris. I don't know if you don't know that name. A lot of people don't know that name off top, but he's the nephew of Roderick Harris. I'm messing that first name up. I'm sorry. For Baby's Kids.
You talking about Robin Harris?
Robin Harris.
Follow the drip. We're talking about follow the drip.
Yeah, listen. I've been drinking. Y'all can do it. But yeah, to hang out with him, like on a personal note, like, you know, like I said, I was in people inboxes like, "What's up? How you doing? What color socks is you wearing? You want to play tomorrow?" Right. I am that person, like, because I was thirsty. I am thirsty. I'm always a student, you know. Hamburger. Got to hang out with Hamburger. When I went to the show the other day, I went to the show to see Hamburger the other day, him and Miss Barbara Carlisle. Wow. And because I'm trying to get them on this end. Right. And when I get there, and he looked at me and he knew who I was. I was over here like,
that's when you know.
Hamburger, French fries. Like,
right.
You know,
the comedy jam. Right.
He asked for a selfie with me. I was up here playing like, yeah, sure. Wow. It was so dope. It was so dope.
That's a
Like,
blessing.
yo, Last Love. Let me not forget him.
Right.
I don't know if you know who that is. Look him up. I always put him on page.
Right.
He is a veteran of comedy. This man came and did one of my shows and tore it up. And he was able to get one of our local DJs as well. Like this first time on stage, I was able to get all of them on stage, and it was like one of the best shows I've ever had. And to look back, and I'm looking in K-Dub, comedian K-Dub.
Right.
If you know Boosie and all them doing the movies, K-Dub's in every one of them.
Wow.
I used to call him all the time just to do comedy shows for him. Look him up. He's hilarious. He does stuff for Kevin on stage. These are all people I've graced stage with.
Right.
That I can call on my phone right now and be like, hey.
Wow. And that's the thing about it. It's like walking into your destiny. Like you said at the time, you was asking people, what do you think I should do? What's my purpose? What do you think my purpose is? You found your purpose. It was always there. But it's like to walk in it, right? And it's like you're on a fast track. So you know it's divine. It's like it's people that have been doing comedy for years that still haven't graced the stage, have been in these people's presence. So to be on a fast track, God's blessing you. Sky Dad is blessing you, right?
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Got you on the fast track. So now you're around these people, right? How does that feel? Knowing like, yo, in this short time, there's something that you definitely have a passion for, is your desire. But to see it manifesting and see everything's coming into fruition, and you're around all these great legends and stuff like that. Like, how does that feel? Is it still sometimes like mind blowing? Like,
it is. It's good. It's like you said. It's me watching everything I manifested.
Right.
It's kind of bittersweet, in a way, and I say that because, again, remember I was married and I was the church girl and blah blah blah.
Right.
So there's people that I've watched gradually detach yourselves. And the only problem with that is those were people I looked up to.
Right.
You know, these were people, you know, leaders in the church, etc.
Right.
And, you know, I guess they feel like they can't associate with someone who's no longer a married wife and live. No, that's fine. I've learned to accept it. But that's where the bitter is. But looking at it now and knowing where I'm going, and I like to speak things as though they were and are, because that's how I am where I am.
Right.
So real soon they're gonna try to come back and speak to me. And I'm gonna pull that Mike Jones on them. Back then they didn't want me.
So let me ask you.
Like who? What?
Right. So let me ask you. So would you invite them to a show and then roast them when they come?
Absolutely. I'm like, you got to pay to get in. I ain't gonna get them in for free and roast them, but I sure. Listen, you absolutely can buy a ticket. You sure can. They do it for people they don't know. They ain't never met. You know, people spend $85, $90 for these huge A-list celebrities when you got a plethora of people that can make you laugh right here in your own community.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead and buy a ticket. And I'm not one to get on the crowd like that ish.
Right.
Have a few times, but.
Right. Wow. Okay. So let me ask you, okay. Right. Because growing up in the church, I've been in the church. I did my time in the church, right? Some people that was cool with me in the beginning. After the show, once the show came out, after about episode 30, they pulled away. Like, yo, not that I disconnected from God and stuff like that. But some people, they just, you know, you can't say that. You can't do this. You got to dress that way. You got to talk this way. You're not hanging out over there. It's all these pressures, right? So let me ask, you think sometimes, I know everything happens for a reason, right? So it's like, if you think these people are still around, you know, would you be able to be as free as you are now?
That's what I'm saying. They are kind of sort of still around. That's exactly what's going on.
Wow.
And let me address that.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't mean to throw it out.
By all means, since I've had this discussion with my friends and my family, the addressing to that is I'm grown. I wake up with me. I go to sleep with me. Right. My relationship with Scott Eddie is my relationship. It's harder, I think, sometimes as a female comic because we have to do certain things to get known. And if you look at the ratio of male comics to female comics, you got to bring that fire or you just couldn't sleep on. It is what it is. And most of the time they say, well, it's not. Why you always got to talk about sex? That's what men talk about 24/7. And we have an opinion too.
Right.
And a lot of times our side is way more funnier. We're just scared to say it. It's true. It's just,
Right.
either we're scared to say it or we're looked down upon when we say it. Or I've even had a comic come to me and was like, you shouldn't talk about sex so much. I'm like, yo, the whole show was about sex. Like, just the way, I have parts too. Who do y'all have sex with? Females, right?
Right.
I mean, or, whatever. If you don't, you don't. But, to each his own. My point here is we're all human and we all have our experiences. And so because of that, give me my time to tell my experience. And if you don't like it, change the channel or don't come to the show.
Change the channel. Don't come to the show.
That's
definitely real right there. So let's talk about the freedom, right? The power of speech. Freedom and the power of speech, right? Now everybody's so sensitive now. Don't say that. You can't talk about this. You didn't say that, did you? How much pressure is that? And how does that affect you as a comedian? It's like, I don't care what they think. Dave Chappelle, I'm going to throw him out there. Dave Chappelle, I don't give a damn what they think about me. I'm going to do my comedy. So let me ask you as a comic, right? How does that affect you when everybody's so sensitive nowadays? You didn't say that. What's your take on that?
It doesn't change not one bit of my assholeism that I was born with.
Right.
The reality is Dave Chappelle said what every comic was thinking. Every real comic that censored itself and everything. Ayeshia's opinion is cancel the cancel culture. Wow. Because what people say about, it's, bullying back then, that was school. A lot of us was raised on these jokes. That's why some of us are so good at what we do. Right. The reason why half these kids go home crying and consider themselves being bullied because they ain't never been through nothing. They never had the fact that they just being laughed at because we're all going through something, but we choose this way to laugh through it. So now you got this little baby crying at home, feeling like they getting bullied because they got picked on about their shoes. Right. Nah, we just laughing because your shoes is like, look this way and our shoes pick on my hair. There's other things to do. People are sensitive as hell, and that's just my personal opinion.
Right.
I ain't even famous enough for me to worry about anybody canceling me, so I ain't worried about that yet. I know they're gonna say feelings eventually because I have a lot to say.
Wow.
And really, there's really no limits because the freedom of speech thing, even though it's so costly, I'm still gonna say it. Like I said, you don't like it, don't come back to a show. You don't like it, change the channel. Right. But this is my opinion, and I have my right to my opinion.
Right.
And I shouldn't have to censor what I feel based on your feelings. So teach his own. Like if you don't like it again, don't come back. Right. I don't go to a restaurant and be like, oh my God, I can't close the restaurant. They put cheese on my sandwich.
Just don't go back, right?
Go back. Order something different. If you want to go back to that restaurant, get something different. If you want somebody else who's not gonna talk smack, go to a different comedy show. But I have things to laugh about. I have things that I've cried about that I've turned into laughter. My best friend committed suicide. My best friend committed suicide while I was on the phone with her. Wow, you see how deep that got?
Right.
I've learned to laugh at that. How? I have stories behind it. I've been told recently by, my ex-husband some things. And to a normal person, they'd be like, oh my God. Wow. And he told me, and the natural me came out. Wow. And he sat up there laughing so hard he was in tears. He was like, yo, I never looked at it like that.
Right.
But the reality is our pain is hilarious when you get over the hurt.
When we get over the hurt.
So if someone's saying something to you and it still bothers you, that's the personal problem between you and yourself. But we've all had experiences that bother us in some way, form, or fashion. It's all about how you look at it. And if I can laugh at the fact that my daughter attempted to commit suicide and this is real, I can laugh at it. Like, Ayesha, how you laughing at?
Wow.
But that's the story for another day. And I have. And then when I told that story, everybody in the room was laughing.
Right. And that's the thing. Because it's like, sometimes it's like, it'll overtake you. Like, there's so much stuff going on. And it's like, now that you say that, so much stuff that overtake you, so much cruel stuff that goes on in the world. Some, people going through, people hurting. And a lot of people, they don't know how to express that. So it's like some people will lash out and, they'll get violent. Some people will laugh, or some people is like, sometimes it may be a bad argument, or, your girl just caught you cheating. She start laughing. That's not a good thing. That's
kind of crazy. That's not even a joke. Just move, run. Run.
Right. So it's like, there's levels to this thing right here. So it's like you've learned to take your pain and turn it around. Like you said, after I healed and went through it. And it's like, at the same time, it's like when people see you, you don't look like you went through what you went through. So that's a blessing in itself. So it's like you're talking about people around you close to you died. You've been through a divorce. I'm pretty sure that was painful. Nobody wants to get married and divorced. So been through different things. You've been through life. Life happened. You're smiling. You're making others smile, right? You can't be no older than 20 years old.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, you know what? Somebody get this man his own podcast. Get his own podcast right away.
It's like, you don't look like what you've been through. And it's like, and that's the blessing of life. And that's God's grace. And it's like, and you're turning it around. And it's like, it's almost effortlessly. And I'm pretty sure it's work. I'm pretty sure you're working hard, but you're doing what you love. So they say when you're doing what you love, it's not considered work. So it's like, and everything is coming together for you. Doors are opening. You said you have your own venue.
Yeah. Well, I don't own it. I just have 100% access to it, which most people can't say. And it's a very nice one. And I don't have to worry about, payment for it. And it's but again, I watch what I say and how I say it.
Right.
And how I respond.
Gotcha.
And notice I said the word yet.
Right. Yet.
Because like I said, there's some things in the work. And there's going to be some great things in the work. And just watch and wait.
I'm definitely excited about it. And that's the thing. It's like, all right. I'm confused, right? Because it's like you're promoting, right? How did you become the promoter of the event? It's like this was your job, or how did that happen?
No, because like
I'm just promoting.
That open mic, the first time I really did stage for myself was that Charlotte. And like I said, I went, it was a Thursday night. I'm a single mom. We ain't going nowhere on Thursday night. Going to bed is what we doing.
Right.
But it might not even been a Thursday. It's probably a Tuesday. I don't know, whatever day it was. I went because my brother lived around the corner from me. So I went ahead and took the next day off.
Okay.
Just to be there and have time. And I knew I could stay with my family there.
Right.
And that's why I went. But when I looked around later to find open mics around here where I'm at, that was the closest. Wow. Hour and a half, 2 hours. That's it. And they're all during the week. I'm like, this ain't it.
Wow.
So I was very fortunate to have a relationship with the people that the place I have as a venue. When I had my clothing store, they helped me open my clothing store. Literally was like, here, gave me stuff and they've had my back, and I've always supported them and they support me. And so with all that, I decided, if I can't go to comedy, I'll bring comedy to me. And like I said, then that's when COVID hit, but that gave me time to watch and learn and polish, and I'm still learning. But I also know, like during the productions and the shows that I do, it just reminds me how much I love this comedy thing, because I'm doing it. When I say by myself, when I do these shows, everything is funded out of Ayeshia's pocket.
Right.
This is not free ticket sales. This is, I worked all week in dental, and I'm going to take this money and I'm going to invest it in this show. And I'm going to make sure everybody on the show gets paid. I'm going to make sure from the security, from the DJ, everything comes out of my pocket first.
Wow.
And then I hope for ticket sales. But that's because I know this is what I want to do.
Right.
And I know I'm able to bring it. With that being said, I've been very fortunate to now network with people locally who do their own. And so now we're all working together. I got Maggot Brain Productions. I got Ace Brown is doing his. Brian Carney's at Uptown Chicken Waffles. We're all working together now to bring something to our end. So what are you laughing at something? I can't.
It's a comment, but this got to be one of your friends right here. 99 HD3.
I don't know who that
says,
is.
if you have really short arms and legs, does it take a long time to get over the pain?
Yeah, I have an idea of who that might be, but I don't like you right now. So.
Maybe I said it wrong. Maybe I said it wrong.
The sad part is I can't address that because I'm afraid of midgets. So that just tells me right there there's somebody I can't deal with because they're short. And that's a real life fear. I have a fear of midgets. Like I have left Walmart because Look, we all got our issues. I'm afraid of midgets. It is what it is. All right.
Wow.
Come on. Let's go to the next.
I got a park here. Yeah, I got a park here. Yeah, you sip a little bit more wine while I get the question together because this is gonna be hilarious right here, right?
No.
So you get booked for a private party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a set of little people.
Mm-mm.
What are you gonna do?
What you mean?
They done paid you. They booked you for a venue.
How did they pay me?
Cash. Oh, they put it in.
I gotta give it.
No, they put it. They send it to your bank account.
I'm gonna zell it right back to them.
You can't do it.
I am that like. There's reasons behind it. Okay. First of all, you remember that show Hell Date?
I remember how they. I remember that. I remember how they.
Let's go back even further. Let me tell you why. Okay, because I know people like I should be an extra. No.
CJ says she can't take you to her family reunion.
Don't. I didn't even want to come in the first place. I didn't want to come. Little ass family reunion. Y'all probably bring up all little stuff, old stuff. Hell no. Bring me family reunion. I'll stay in the car.
Wow.
With the doors locked. No, real talk. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So, all right. Anyone who knows, my brother will remember, and my friend Mia will remember back in Aberdeen.
Right.
We had a midget that went to our school named Cecilia. He was real life dwarf. Dwarf. He was like the size of a toddler, but he was our mascot, which was the Red Devils. Okay, so it's a little ass devil, but he was like the size of a 2-year-old. Somebody please remember Cecilia and chime in. So they were crazy. Okay, so this is what messed me up. I love Cecilia. He was so sweet, but I learned later on he didn't make it past the age of 18 because his body never fulfilled to the side of his heart. So he died. Wow. Right. So to hear that as a child kind of messes you up. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, yo, I remember the little red devil. He was our mascot, little red devil, whatever. He never made it. So it messed me up mentally. Now, then here comes BT wanting to bring in damn Hell Date, the little ass red ass devil. Right. So here I am thinking Cecilia the reincarnated to a little black devil messing up people in their dating life. And here I am struggling in my dating life. I don't like midgets.
Wow. So if you on a date, right? Everything's going smooth. And the midget just happens to walk. I'm just curious now. You brought up Hell Date.
You want to see somebody get shot or no? I'm just asking for a friend. I didn't say I was going to do it. I'm just, listen, I did it. My cousin will tell you. I was on the phone with her. I was video chatting her one day. Right. And I was getting out of my car. And I was going to the Walmart. And this doggone midget came out of Walmart, and I did a whole about face. If you know what military term is, straight up turned around.
Wow!
I had to go because all I know is they first. I got long legs. They're gonna get me. They're gonna knock me down. They're gonna get me by the shin. They're gonna kill. They're gonna.
You do have long legs.
I do have long legs.
Right.
They gonna bite my ankles or something. I don't trust it. You like that little dude from Hell Day was like, and maybe because I used to watch it and I would go to sleep on it and wake up, and then I was, at the time I was married, I was watching it, and he was hell. So it was just a lot of stuff going on. It was just it was a mixture.
It was too much.
I'm still in therapy about that part, so we can't. I'm sorry. If somebody hired me on a show and it was midgets, oh God, I would leave. And I would respectfully, the most respectfully way, I would give them their money back and haul the hell up out of there. And or we can do it via video.
Wow.
But yeah, we're not gonna have this. It's not gonna be this mess with my life at night.
And then they try to cancel you and say she thinks she done got too big.
No, they try to cancel things. She's midget phobic, and I'm like, yes, I am. I am midget phobic. My name is Ayeshia. If you cannot handle that, I'm sorry. I like that. Everybody got their phobia. Some people don't like spiders and stuff, but it's just the honest to God truth.
Wow. And then Mitchell says she's serious. She's not playing about the little people.
That's serious. And my brother I saw my brother pop up there. He does remember Cecilia. He was dope. I'm sorry it hurts to laugh, CJ, but I'm just
he's a cool dude.
Hey, y'all laughing at my pain. I'm so serious right now.
Wow.
This is real.
And that's the thing, is a gift.
Some guy tried to talk to me, right? He was inboxing me. He was like, Ayeshia, I'm gonna fly you here, fly you there. I was like, oh, that's really nice. Oh,
Right.
And I kept noticing his pictures were weird. And I saw one time his picture, he had set a picture near a table. And I thought it was just a really big table.
Wow.
I was like, so can I ask you, like, why are you single if you got all this going on? And he was like, I don't know, man. These people just always look down on me. And I was like, okay. Y'all, I'm not making this up. Oh God, I cannot make this up. Oh God. He blocked me. I was not calling his name out. But he told me, I said, how tall are you? He was like, well, how tall are you? I said, well, I'm 5'8", so I'm not exactly short, and I love to wear heels. And he was like, I'm 5'2". And the moment he got I was like, you got to go. Wow. He got, when I tell you, I got cussed out so much. He was like a pastor's son that didn't care about nothing. It was like that phone call with Kirk Franklin.
Right.
He cussed me out so bad.
Wow.
I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was like, you got a lot of build up. I still ain't a little man.
Yeah. Oh man. He said this is Henry Douglas. He said this is Henry Douglas. Yeah. I'm enjoying the show. It probably shouldn't have brought up the short arms and the legs.
Because he knew exactly what he was doing. I knew exactly who that was. I didn't do on purpose. It's all right, Ayeshia. It's all right. I got you, Ayeshia.
Oh man. So he cusses you out, blocks him.
Blocks him. He blocked me, cussed me out and everything. I was just like, wow. I mean, I didn't know he was even had that much build up in him. He was obviously he went through it before, but he had a lot of high hopes and dreams for me, and I don't know how.
Yeah, high hopes and dreams. Oh my God, yo. Oh man, this is just a sample of what they get on the stage, yo. Man, I'm over here in stitches right now.
Yo.
Yeah, high hopes and dreams.
Yo, I wish I could pull up them pictures right now. Oh my God. Unblock me, dude. Unblock me so I can show the world what we're talking about. This is really little of you. And I think I need you to grow up. Dude, I thought we was bigger than that.
Oh God, yo. Oh my God, yo. I'm telling you, it's so natural for you. It's so natural for you. And that's the thing, it's like people would not expect it, right? So it's like, wow, I can just imagine. He got mad and flipped off, right?
He flipped off. Like, you ever replayed that conversation with Kirk fucking his son? That was his ass. It was like, matter of fact, you ain't gotta do Kirk fucking, just listen to Plies in the car for about 5 minutes. That was him on a stool.
Honest. Oh, wow. Oh shit.
I was making this up. Oh my God, I wish I was making this up.
This is hilarious right now.
No, I wish I was making it up. I was on my way to work. So my silly self just went into work with the most goofiest smile. And oh my God. And my coworkers, they already know I'm retarded. So they always ask what in the world is about to happen. They don't know what they're about to get when they come down. Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah. And everybody's in the comments laughing. Yeah. Man. That was that's me and Mitchell.
Life for me.
Wow, that just made my night right there. That was beautiful right there. It's like that gut laugh where it's like, it just.
Listen, I'm in tears. I just remember the messages, boy. He went off or he blocked me.
So let me ask, right? Okay, you say you're dating and stuff like that, right? Doing a little dating, right? There's a dating pool right now. It's not it. The dating pool right now is not it out here, right?
Somebody put cement on the damn dating pool. I don't care what you say. You can't jump in there. You jumped in, got you.
Jumped in and got you.
No. I tried it. I'm trying to be more open to people, and I'm a huge, I have a huge heart, so like I go all in, and so if I designate my time to you and I'm going all in, I really expect that in return. I'll get it, and then people shy away, or then I've had people tell me I intimidate them because they're scared I'm gonna use them as material on stage.
Right.
And
that's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask that next.
I mean, I do talk about my dating life on stage, but it's never, it's nobody current. Except for this one time on stage, and he knows exactly who he is, and he knows exactly what was said. And it was said directly to him on stage, to his face, and we cool, we mad cool to this day. Like it is what it is, but nothing. It wasn't personal. It was just, it was, it was a little snapback. That's all. Nothing. I try not to put too much of my personal life out, like I said, but I will. And God knows when I will. Listen, y'all don't judge me, okay?
Man,
y'all judge me. I don't even care.
Somebody say he fell short on his goals. They rated it back.
Log off now. I hope your Android runs out of battery. I can't reach you right now.
Wow. He said you are a moon. Fitz said you are a moon that illuminates the stars. That's deep. That's heavy right there. I might have to use that. I might have to tell somebody that. Yeah, you know what? You're a moon.
Hey girl,
would that work?
Illuminates the stars.
Does stuff like that work? Do y'all like stuff like that?
Me, because I'm too sarcastic for that. Because when you say that, like, girl, you the moon that illuminates the stars. Yeah, but the sun is shining right now, sir. So what planet is you?
Wow. So I gotta ask, right? Because you're definitely hilarious, right? So some women, right? Things go left field, right? Mm-hmm. They bust the windows out of cars. They key up cars and stuff like that, right? You have the power to just make people laugh at a person. So I'm gonna mess it, like put you on blast. You ain't never done that. I know you're just a sweetheart. I know not.
No, it's not that, because I'm gonna put myself on blast. But see, here's the thing. I like to remix these stories.
Right.
So why would I do that and put, them on blast? That just shows how ignorant I was to date them, right?
Wow.
But see, the way I think, I try to remix stories in life, and like this new series of sets I'm doing right now is the Disney princesses. And the reality is, we all have been bamboozled by Walt Disney. So I'm not gonna call Walt Disney's ass out like that, because he did some wrong things to us. Right. And I've learned bit by bit by each story why he, our mental is set differently. Right. And so I'm gonna help them, because I'm a superhero.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a superhero. I'm a Thundercat.
Wow.
You also can buy my merchandise with the Thundercat sign on it and just say spirit. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, but I try not to put my personal business out there, but I do talk about my dating life, just nothing current, just stuff that from the past couple of years I've been through some. Lord, I have been through some things with men, and so I understand why women.
Somebody said Ariel. Somebody said Ariel. Me and Mitchell said Ariel.
Oh, that's part of my set, and I can't say that. Me, you trying to get me to set myself up for failure, and the cancer culture is gonna come here and they're gonna stop me because of Disney. And she tried to get me on the low. She had like the little Pixar. You know how the little Pixar comes in jumping? And that's what she did. It was just like, fuck Disney.
Oh shit! Yo, I felt it. We all the way in. Yo, I'm loving it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's so much, like you said, it's so much stuff that's like people just on their own are funny. So it's like the fact that you could see it and illuminate and bring it out. You know what I mean? Even like you said, remix, and I share my pain, and we can all laugh together. What's some of the most funniest moments that you've seen in real life? Just period. Like it might have been a family reunion. Like they were just, the whole family was out of control. What's funny to you? Like what's some moments that's happened that's funny to you that stand out the most?
For me, believe it or not, it's my daughter.
Wow.
My daughter, and you got a chance to meet her this weekend. You saw the little shy, innocent
definitely
girl.
Got to meet her. Yeah. She's tall.
She petty. Do you hear me?
Right.
She Petty. Petty.
Wow.
And I mean this with the utmost disrespect on earth.
Wow.
No, because that little girl could look you dead in the eye and hurt your feelings and have you laughing at the same time. And I can't do nothing but laugh at it.
Wow.
I can't. I can't punish her for telling the truth.
Right.
And I be trying not to laugh. But if anyone has ever met my daughter, they love her because her energy is beyond mine, okay?
Right.
But if you ever met my child,
no filter.
Man, listen, she got the filter. Wow. She got the filter. She just filters too good. Like, I'm like McDonald's coffee. She's Starbucks.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This girl will come in here and straight slice you to the heart. And you be like, you know what? I'm going to go to hell, but I don't like it. Nice shirt, though. You know, that's. Oh my God, that is my child. She's so freaking phenomenal. Like, you know, everybody says, you know, they hate the kids. I love my kid. My kid is everything.
Right.
But she petty. Wow. And she brings the most comedic situations out in life ever. Wow. Outside of her, you know, some funny things. I don't know. You know, just stuff I really go through in real life. At the dental office, I had a guy call me, and he was when he first came in, he was scared to say anything to me, but he had to because I was doing his treatment. Right. And he called me back and asked me on a date. He was like, I'd love to take you to a real nice restaurant. And I was just like, no, I don't really, you know, I can't date patients. They're good, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you know, I understand. Just what you do outside of work. I said, no, you really don't want to know all that. And so he was just like, he called back. He's like, I still can't take him date. And I was like, no, you can't take him date, you know. And he was like, well, can I come see you in the office when I come get my teeth? Wow. And I said, no, because your insurance denied that too. So I was dead serious because it really did.
Oh, shit.
I can't make it. I swear I can't make it up. I wish I was lying. I can't make it up. Oh God, this is real life for me. And this is stuff I deal with on the regular. So, then I found out yesterday that there's some homeless people near our job that they segregate the style of homeless. I didn't know that. I thought it was freaking hilarious. Wow. You know that they got that, you know, there's a beef in the homeless. Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like some homeless think they better than the other. And here's the thing. So I'm very compassionate about the homeless for several different reasons, right? By that, I'm like the superhero for homeless people. I really am. However, I did not know that in this area where I work, that there's, because it's the bridge, and I found out just yesterday I cannot make it up. There's a turf war on the because hear me out. I'm not because some of them on the one side of the bridge are alcoholics, the other side they do crack, and they just think that the alcoholics think they're better than the crackheads. And I'm over here like, they legit fight. I didn't understand why there was so much drama over there. We're not gonna disrespect the left side of the bridge like that. Right. Come over here to these healthy parts of the bridge and disrespect us as we know. Okay. But yeah, they didn't like that at all. So,
wow, turf war.
Yeah, like I swear I wish I was making it up. I swear I found out yesterday. I was like, why would y'all tell me that? Why would y'all tell everybody in the world? Why would y'all tell me? Huh. They did. They knew what they was doing. So I just, so when I pass, you know what I'm saying? I try to look to the left now. I try not to even look over there. Cause you know what I'm saying? Any one of them, I just ride, Turn my music down, let them have their moment. I don't be, not gonna get me involved in y'all turf. You know what I'm saying? Nope.
Wow. Yo, that's stuff. That's real life stuff. That's real life situations. Real life.
Oh I wish I was making this up. My coworkers, they do this stuff to me on purpose too. They be in here laughing at me. Then the doctors I work with, they laugh at me because they already know. They come to me on purpose with BS because they know it. They know it. They send me the worst patients because they already and they'll send me the worst patient and they go around the corner and just they peek their head around the corner, just wait to see what
I'm telling you, I can imagine it's something every day. They just be in there dying laughing. Yo, has any of them ever seen you in your stand-up? Any of them ever came to one of your shows?
Yeah, man, listen. When I tell you I have some dope patients, like I remember meeting a lady and her husband, and we were doing stuff for her children, and
your brother said they drunk and crunk.
right. And so she was like, oh my God, I gotta grab my charger real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Hey,
yeah. We're gonna jump to some of the comments right quick. Yeah. This is exclusive right here, yo. I'm definitely enjoying myself. Very funny, very talented comedian, yo. Definitely salute to you, Unc. I appreciate that. Salute to CJ. Yeah, she got me over here in stitches. Salute to Caprice Coleman. Salute to you as well. Yeah, I'm telling you. Me and Mitchell, salute. Everybody that sent the comments, salute to y'all.
Just another second. I'm almost.
No problem. I'm gonna play one of the flyers. I'm gonna put one of the flyers up right quick. Upcoming show. I want to say that's the 30th of this month right here. Hold on, let me pull it up. Make sure I got it right. All right, that's the 30th. That's this weekend. My sister and her friends. Let me fix that.
Yeah, I think my daughter got me from my actual charger base.
She got you. That's how it be.
Exactly how it be.
Salute to CJ. So that's October 30th. Let me take this banner down so we can actually see the bottom. Boom. Elsewhere, 606 Elm Street. That's in Greensboro.
Yes.
606 South Elm Street.
Why is this not? Give me a second. This is not even
Greensboro.
To George.
Tickets $10 on Eventbrite, $15 at the door. So if you're in Greensboro, that's on the 30th. That's this weekend. All female comedy show. Starts at 8 from 8 to 10 p.m. I'm gonna get the link when she come back. So if y'all interested in getting the tickets online, they $10 in advance, $15 at the door. And that's my sister and her friends. And there's 4 comedians on this one. Looks like 4. You got Pamela. I'm gonna have her break it down when she come back. And again, yo, definitely check it out. 5% battery life, technical difficulty. That's a fact right there. It's all live, so we're gonna keep it going. She'll be right back. And she's definitely killing it. Salute to you, Melody Coleman. Definitely salute to you. She's definitely killing it right now. And then we got another show too. I'll play both for the flyers, and she'll talk about it more when she gets back.
I'm back. I had to go to my child and get my bass.
All right, and that's Laughing is Contagious. Both from the movie Hard Times. That's the one with her and H.L. Boney.
Yes.
Hosted by Ace Brown. The Ruthless Votto.
Yes, Ruthless Votto.
And then we got Maggot Brain.
Yes, sir. He also has Maggot Brain Productions.
For Maggot Brain Productions. Okay, and what date is this one right here?
That one is, I think, November the 12th.
November the 12th. Yeah. Okay. And that's in
Fayetteville, 26.
Fayetteville. Okay. Then the other one before that, that's this weekend, right?
Yes.
Can you break down who the guest that's up there with you? Do you know them?
Who? I do know that girl, Nick. She's hilarious. Her and Chrissy, I got the chance to meet them.
Okay.
In Lombard for the Bob Sumner showcase. And if you don't know who Bob Sumner is, look him up. He is one of the producers of Def Comedy Jam and the Laugh Mob, etc.
Right.
As a matter of fact, right before this interview, he called me. He's asking when I'm gonna bring one to Fayetteville, and I will. I already promised him I would. So local Fayetteville comics that want a chance to or you gotta be local Fayetteville. If you want a chance to do your thing for Bob Sumner, let me know, because he did call me right before this interview and was like, "What's up?
Wow.
Give me dates."
Right.
So I told him I got him, and so I will.
Okay, so let me ask you, because it's like you seem like you're a tastemaker in the game. You paved your way, you're a trailblazer. You have good connections and stuff like that. So let me ask, I know being in the indie music scene, right? It's a lot of competition and stuff like that, right? You have some people that work together, then some people is like competition. Is it the same in the comedian world, or is it different? I know in Fayetteville you say y'all stick together, but it's like, is it as cutthroat as the music business and comedy?
Let me tell you this. You would think so many people who are funny would be nicer, but it is actually rough.
Wow.
Now I made sure I mentioned the people in Fayetteville, because within the past month or so, I've reached out to everyone that I know does this stuff in Fayetteville, and I made sure they all know each other.
Right.
And I bring them to my home. I personally bring them to my home because I don't leave the house.
Wow. Wow.
I bring them to my home. Y'all just gonna let that hair fly like that too. I see it. Y'all don't care. I bring them here.
I didn't want to say anything. I just, when you did it, I didn't want to say nothing about it, because if I say something, you might roast me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had one hair, but let me tell you about your outfit since you're talking.
But I made sure that all of the comics here that are trying to do things, and all those who have venues, we all work together, because my personal opinion, there's room out here for everyone. There really is. There's enough money out here for everyone. There's room out here for everyone. There's no reason anyone should be lacking because they can't have the day they need, or they don't have the support, because I think that's bullcrap.
Right.
So when it comes down to the Fayetteville area, everyone here that knows me knows I have reached out to them. I try to bring everyone together. I personally try to support as much as I can. And I say that meaning I understand what support means. Like, you see the people in the chat right now, these are my people that rock me in a regular. These are my people that drive 3 and 4 hours of shows.
Wow.
And so on times where I'm not on stage, I'm pulling up to a show. If I know you, I'm there. I support, because I know what it means, not only for a comic, but I know what it means as a producer to fill seats. So I don't go in expecting free tickets. I go in, I pay full price.
Right.
And I'm there to support. So that way I know the comic is getting paid.
Right.
I know the comic can tell a joke and some people don't get it. I'm gonna laugh if it's funny.
Right.
That's what real support is. I've found out the hard way though. A lot of people don't think that way. And so, I've had people still joke for me. I've had people belittle me on stage. My best friend, my brother was there, my mentor was there, and I've had them watch people do me wrong.
Right.
And, thank God for them, because they say something, and they made sure it was corrected. But it is a cutthroat game, and especially as a female. Like I said, we don't get the leeway that men get.
Right.
We're automatically put on this level of expectation. So shout out to the female comics that I know that have been, trailblazing for me, and locally too. Josie Mama, CJ Starr, Janine Slaughter, Aaliyah Ford, Kimberly Denise. Those who I watch and admire. Brandy Roberts, Ashley Preston, Ashley Robinson, Ash Cash, Miss BB, all them. And I'm making sure I put your names out there. Niecy Banks, and Tina Marie. I'm doing that on purpose, because you guys are the ones that when I got on stage, y'all encouraged me.
Right.
Wow. You guys look back and you reached out to me, and you inbox me, and you remind me that you can do it.
Right.
And I do. And every time I step on stage, I remember y'all. Miss Mimi. And now, like I said, Miss Neek, I seen her, and baby girl from this weekend. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. I can't remember her name right now. I see her slogans everywhere because she goes by her slogans. But and forgive me, baby girl, but you know exactly who you are.
Right.
That was that Maggot Brains production. It's probably gonna hit me as soon as we stop. But and charge it to the age. That's it, But these are people who have gone before me and set the stage, and they remind me, Ayeshia, you got this. And I'll get on stage and tell them in a heartbeat, I'm new to this. And I am, because I've only been doing it for a year.
Right.
But we support each other. And despite of it being such a cutthroat place, I've been very fortunate and very blessed to have some dope people in my life. Serena Monet, Jazz, baby girl out South Carolina, Crazy Q. So many. Like there's so much room for all of us. So
she supports me a lot. CJ say you support her a lot.
And listen, vice versa, baby girl, vice versa.
And that's the thing. So let me ask you, right? Because this is a hard industry, like you said. It's like, it's everybody don't make it. Then being a female, sorry,
bless you,
being a female in the industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that support and that encouragement?
Extremely. And I say this because again, we already have the world against us just coming in as female.
Right.
And if you notice, I love to remind people of this because they say, well, comedy's even easier for a female. It's not, especially not a Black female.
Right.
Because if you name comics, men just off top, Bernie Mac, and they just start rolling them out. Eddie Murphy,
right.
Red Fox, they roll them out. And then if you pause them and say, hey, name 5 strong Black female comics. Now, before you name them,
right,
you cannot name any of the queens of comedy. Most people can't name 5. They'll start off with Wanda Sykes because she's known.
Wanda Sykes. I would say Adele.
Yeah, they might start with Leslie Jones, which is one of my sheroes. I know people say she still jokes. That's not my business. The way she puts them on stage,
delivering, right.
Hilarious. Okay. There's others that I've watched and learned, and then people forget this too. They hate to bring up Tiffany Haddish. She says she's not funny. No, at one point she was phenomenal.
She was.
What you did, you gotten comfortable with a certain standard, and she's gone out of that, and now she's more into acting or whatever. But let's not forget there's Barbara Carlisle out there. Let's not forget this Melody Camacho. Let's not forget those people.
Wow.
But these are names that they don't know because they're used to A-listers and they're used to the queens of comedy.
Right.
The problem with that is the only problem I have. Like, look back on the queens of comedy.
Right.
I love them. Some more. That is my. Listen, I can't wait. I can't wait to do stage time with some more, and I will.
Right. It's gonna happen.
Of course, I will. Right.
Right.
And they might cancel me for this if I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm speaking. Right. The only female comic I truly ever had a problem with was Monique.
Wow.
All right. Wow. Not Auntie Monique. Not Auntie Mo.
What happened with Mo? I'm scared to ask. I'm scared to ask. Right.
What she do? Auntie Mo came up here. She was out here with Professor Overby and doing her thing, right? All right. So let's remember this. Let's go back to Mo. Right. Now she became who she is. She became who she was because she made a living off of, for lack of better words, since the cancel culture is now instead of then, body shaming smaller people.
Smaller people.
All she ever did was skinny bitches, skinny bitches, skinny bitches.
Right.
Now I get the empowerment of bigger women because I think some big women are phenomenally gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Like my sister can just do anything she wanted to do, honey. She fine.
Right.
But just because we're little doesn't mean we're confident.
Right.
And the bashing that a lot of people that are smaller deal with actually is more mentally damaging than most big people would have ever been through. Wow. And to remind us on a regular is beyond sickening.
Right.
And so if you realize she built her entire career off of bashing little people. Now, it wasn't just her and her comedy. So that gave the strength of other big women to talk smack to us. And if you look to this day, still active to this day on social media, big women do it better. Big women do this.
The divide.
But we're supposed to be in this together, right? I thought it was us, sis.
Right.
Right. So, but not, here's the funny part about that. Monique lost weight.
She lost weight.
She's one of us now.
She's one of y'all now.
And you wonder why Netflix won't get you a special. Maybe because they don't know what you're going to talk about.
Right.
Because you made your living off of being big and talking smack about people like us.
Right.
Now, sis, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure, sis, I'm pretty sure you got some dope material because you've been around. And I've actually watched you, whether she knows it or not.
Right.
And I'm addressing her because I'm sure at one point she's going to see this. And I'm okay with that.
Right.
I've watched her because of people I'm close to that were at her concerts and they were behind stage with her. They're friends with her. Okay. And I've watched her sets, and yes, you have some fire sets. But you got to realize that what you did to get where you are, yeah, it's people like me that's coming for you. Wow. This is why Tiffany Haddish is who she is, because Tiffany Haddish got there for the little people like us and told her story.
And she said she ready. Tiffany Haddish said, "I'm ready." Why they turn it back on? I don't understand. What happened? Because it was like Tiffany Haddish was she was everywhere.
She was.
And I heard she did a show. She said she didn't really prepare like she should have. I heard that.
Yeah.
But it was like that was it. So y'all flexibility. One bad show, that's it.
Well, remember I said earlier at the beginning, you're only as good as your last set.
Right.
But when you make it that big and everyone has a standard for you, they assume that, just like Kevin Hart. I think Kevin Hart is one of the greatest comedians out there. Right. However, his last set at home was not the best. And a lot of people are remembering he ain't even that good. Are you forgetting Laugh at My Pain? You feel like you forgetting all the shows he did? He's hilarious. Yeah. Cat Williams, hilarious. Like, these are people who are phenomenal. They've had one bad show and they're getting judged for those shows. And even if it's not one bad show, before Dave Chappelle became the GOAT, let's not forget how long Dave Chappelle has been in comedy. Dave Chappelle is my freaking hero.
Right.
Because he don't even sit up there and tell jokes for ha. He really literally just talks to you.
Thought provoking now. He's took it to another level. He's thought provoking.
He is just bringing you his level of intelligence. And because the truth is so funny, we can't help but to laugh. Even when our truth hurts.
Wow.
However, think about how long Dave Chappelle been doing comedy. Since he was 14 years old.
Way back.
So how Dave Chappelle will tell you how many stages he's crashed and did terrible on.
Right.
But people forget that.
We forget that.
Because you're only as good as your last stage.
Wow. So the higher you go, the more pressure. How do you handle the pressure? Because you on the way up. I'm
find out, and I'm gonna tell you, while I'm on my yacht. And guess what? I ain't gonna care. And that's exactly why Tiffany Haddish is living the life that she living. And that's exactly why Tiffany Haddish is with Common, and y'all over here with Usual, his little brother, looking crazy. Because at the end of the day,
she with Common and they with Strange.
He with Common and they with Unusual. They don't know what the hell's going on. They got the audacity to talk about something. They wondering if they money gonna clear when they car swipe at McDonald's. Y'all worried about the wrong thing. You worried about the wrong thing. So with that being said, like, to each his own. Everybody's gonna be a critic. That's fine. But apparently she's out marketed that level of criticism. Right. And now the people that support her are supporting her on a financial level that we can't even talk about.
We can't even talk about. She's in a whole nother bracket right there. There's a whole nother bracket.
I can't talk about it. She ain't in my tax bracket.
Right. That's a
fact. She will be. I ain't gonna talk about it then though, because again, she brought it up for us little people. And I remember seeing her sets and I was like, yo, that's so me.
And I think I've seen a couple specials with her where she's doing something similar, where she was bringing up some not as known comedians as well, giving them a platform. Right.
Which is Barbara Carlisle. Barbara Carlisle has been doing this for 30-something years, and she's hilarious. Actually, I got a chance to meet her in person, a few weeks ago when she was on with Hammer. Hilarious. But these are, again, because if you don't make it to a super A-list, people don't think you are there, but you're forgetting that these A-listers like Samore and Kevin Hart and they have these people who are phenomenal, if not just as good, just don't have that personality to bring it.
Right.
That they think are hilarious, that open for them. Because like I said, remember I told you my first time on stage was with Ture Gordon, right?
Right.
Guess who Ture opens up for? I told you Samore, right? But he also is one of the Kevin Hart's Red Cup boys.
Wow. One of the Red Cup boys.
Yeah. Remember Red Cup boy? He's one of them. Wow.
And he's the one that said you did a great job. He threw you out there.
He's on my first time I ever touched the stage. Mm-hmm. But you got to realize, and when we put his flyer up, I remember we put the first flyer up and had Kevin Hart on there, and people was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I want to see somebody open up for Kevin Hart." Blah blah.
Right.
But you're not realizing these people are hilarious. Somebody, to me, after being at so many shows, these people are funnier than the A-listers.
Right, because they're more hungry. They have something more to prove.
Not even that. They just love it. They love what they do. It's not about something to prove. They ain't got to prove nothing because they still getting paid whether their name is in lights or their name is just on a flyer. These people are getting paid really good to do what they do and do what they love.
Wow.
But
so you're schooling me right now. You're schooling me. So
man,
it's like,
I'm telling you, I learn every day something new about comedy, and it brings me closer to my love for comedy, which is why I love doing both producing and being on stage, because I get to see the background and on the inside. So I can not only produce a show, but I can relate with the comics.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Love it.
So let me ask, if you had to go back to the beginning, right? Knowing what you know now, what's some advice you would have gave yourself?
We're never going to South Carolina. Never go to South Carolina.
Wow.
No, just do me.
Just do you.
And never put anyone on a pedestal as long as they still use a bathroom.
Right. Right.
So if they use a bathroom just like I do, they just as normal as I am.
Wow.
And you never know who is looking up to you, not knowing who you are. Be you.
Be you. Be you. And that takes confidence. A lot of times it's like people, it may be a dancer, maybe a singer, they may be a comedian in the house.
Yep.
In the house, in their comfort zone. That's about it. I'm not getting on no camera. I'm not, if you catch me in action, that's one thing.
Right.
How do you think people turn on that confidence where it's like you said, that sink or swim, where it's like lose yourself?
That is that's a personal battle they have to decide on their own. And some people don't ever get there. Wow. Sadly enough. Some people, doesn't matter what you do, your industry. I watch it every day in dental, and I watch people live for not wanting to get in trouble at work. Wow. But you're not being yourself. You're not at peace with you. So if you're not at peace with you, people around you are not at peace with you.
You're teaching.
So once you learn to love you, it doesn't matter if anybody else likes you. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, you go to sleep with you, you wake up with you. Yeah. You were born with you and you die with you. So if you're happy with yourself, it's going to show even when you don't want it to. Wow. I went through a lot of depression, and I've had a lot of it this week.
Right.
Nobody knew.
And that's the thing, right? It's like, I'm listening to you. You're schooling us. You're giving us wisdom, right? This is the thing. This is the thing about people, the dynamics of a person, right? People may think, okay, she's just funny. You are funny, truly to the bone, funny. But when you're talking, you're wise. You're breaking down jewels for people. Like, yo, this is an insight that people may not know. It's like you're very educated. You can tell when you talk, you're educated. I'm not gonna say proper, like, oh, you know, like that, but it's like you're business professional. That's the word, right? To say I'm ghetto. So I'm trying to find a word. Like, what's the word where I don't sound ghetto?
I'm bougetto. I'm a little bit of both.
Yo,
like I never forget where I came from, but I know where I'm going.
That's the thing right there. So it's like you're professional when you talk. It's like you drop an insight, you're wise. But then it's like on the same time, it's like you can jump into being funny, and it's like and tap in. So it's like you have different layers to you. What's a misconception that people may have about you?
That I'm human.
Wow. That you are human.
Yeah, they forget that there are layers to that level of being human. Wow. I see that, sis.
Right. You speak well. I'm gonna tell you that now. I know that was for you. It wasn't for me. I'm good over it. I'm like, I know they ain't telling me I'm speaking well. That's why I just looked at it. Like,
yeah, people forget that I'm human. People forget because I do laugh a lot. People forget that I cry. People forget that I have feelings. People forget that I go through things. And so, like I said, when I put that shell on, and I put that, when I bring my vibration to a certain level just to keep yours up,
right?
People forget to plug me in.
Forget to plug you in.
But it's okay, because as long as I remember who I am, I'm always going to remember I need a charger. Right. And I'm going to plug myself in if nobody else does.
Wow. And that's the thing.
So,
wow. Like that. No, you got it.
No, it's life, and people do that for everybody. Everybody, I made a post the other day and I meant what I said. I always appreciate people who randomly check on me. And I didn't mean it because I'm going through anything. I was going through stuff. Yes, nobody knew.
Right.
But I was over it-ish by that time. I say that because there are people who randomly just say, hey, Ayeshia, are you okay?
Right.
And I need that because I still have bills. I still got mortgage. I still got car payments. I still got life. I still have mom and still dating in the swimming pool that's closed.
You got pee in there. It's pee in the pool.
I can't get in it. It's closed. It's there. I can see people swimming. I don't even know how to swim. They just be throwing me in there with no life jacket or nothing. I just be drowning and just be drowning in there. And I can't get my hair wet because I'm black. So it's just a lot to it. No,
yeah, that makes me want to drink. Every time I think about it, it's like this is dating scene. Oh man, let me go to. I need a hard drink though. Let me get me 2 shots. So it's just
that 18% do something to you.
18% of take.
It makes you feel. I felt sexy earlier. I had to cover my elbows. I thought somebody tried to impregnate me. I don't know who it was. I felt like somebody was typing and tried to impregnate me. I don't know who it was, but I felt it. And it's the one. I know it's the one. 18% do it to you. I'll be all right in the morning too. So I ain't worried about it. And I like to give a shout out to the guy in my Marina and my IUD who was first in my life. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's a fact right there. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, I love it. That's the thing. It is like, I truly love it. Like I said, just being around the set is like, I'm not around y'all 24/7. I had the honor of meeting you for the first time. Pleasure. It was like definitely a pleasure. And it's like, we doing the photo shoot and stuff like that. And it's like, I didn't know how to take you. I'm gonna just be honest. I didn't know what to expect. So I'm thinking, all right, she's there. Oh, hey, what's up? You're very down to earth, very positive. You're definitely like supportive. Definitely one of those people that's like encouraging to other people as well. So it's like some people, they come around, it's like you don't want them around, but it was like you have a good energy, good vibe. So when you're saying that on the show, you didn't really say too many things that was funny that day. You was in the cut, you was doing your thing. I'm watching you. I'm watching. Because it's like, at the first time we meet, so I'm like, let me see.
That's because you're around me and Paul. Me and Paul were acting a whole fool.
Wow,
whole fool. Do you hear me? Paul, the DJ comedy.
DJ Paul.
Hey, listen, him and I were acting a whole fool, cutting up on the side. And
I
realized the mess that we was talking.
See, I learned. I got in trouble fooling with Paul and HL Boney.
Oh, listen, you don't even understand. Me and HL, like the few times we've been around each other, we don't even have to say much, and we fall out laughing. So I cannot wait for this up and coming show. I rocks with him every morning. He has HL in the morning show. Y'all got to check him out because he does his thing in the mornings. HL in the morning, Mixcloud, watch him. Wow. But it's something about certain people when you get around them, you ain't really got to say nothing. If y'all both right there, that's him. That's HL. So the funny thing is I have never been in a room simultaneously with him and Paul.
Oh, wow.
But I promise you, if we do that roast session that Paul was talking about, y'all don't want none of this smoke. I'll tell you that right now. Me, HL, and Paul, y'all don't want this smoke. Y'all don't want this smoke.
You talking about Fitz roast session?
No, Fitz has said something, but no. Somebody said something to Paul about having a roast session, and Paul was like, "Oh." And I looked over him and I just started kikiing. Y'all don't want this smoke. Do you hear me? I do this in my sleep. If I wake up laughing at myself, laughing at people.
See,
okay.
That's why I'm laughing when you let me laugh. I don't want the smoke. That's why I don't want the smoke. So it's like if you laugh and okay, I can laugh. I don't want to say anything to get.
I don't want the smoke.
I don't want the smoke.
And Saturday was a whole comedy scene for me. Like it was the photo shoot was dope. Shout out to Rod. This photo shoot was dope. Them commercials in between that was cutting in between us, right? While we had to wait for them to.
Yeah. Did you see some of the people that took the photos? And wasn't that a beautiful thing?
You just go out and incriminate myself. I can cancel before I get started. That's what you're trying to do. I see what you're doing. Yeah, I see you to be your own people. I swear on everything. Be your own. I know. You ask
some
me.
of that stuff was funny. It caught me off guard. Like, yo,
What?
like, did they really just do
Some of
that?
it was like them commercials that you see, and at the end of the commercial, it's got all the illnesses that happens after you take the medicine. That's exactly what Cialis and all that. That's what we was watching. That was, woo, it took a lot of the Lord to hold my tongue in. But I did say a lot of it because it's, ooh, ooh. Oh, and did you see the little old man quack? Remember the old man from what's that? The cartoon Family Guy. Remember the old man Herbert that be whistling at the little boys? You remember seeing him with the cane when he walked through?
He walked through it there.
Listen, my daughter said he looked familiar. So just start whistling.
Wow, it was some, I'll call them characters. It was some characters out there.
Great characters. There was a lot of stuff going on, and the way my life is set up, I haven't learned to hold that part of my tongue yet. Right. So there was a lot of times I had to turn around. Cause that won't. And that dude that came up the hill on that bike like he was the GOAT. Listen, I just wanted him one time to him to hit that water. That's all I needed.
Wow.
Man made that water because he came up like he been drinking. He said he don't drink Tang, he drink Sunny D.
I would have been no more good if he would hit that water right there.
Man, listen, but he came through like that. But that last stroke, boy, he was shaking a little bit. I was like, oh, come on.
Oh man!
Come on, Scott Daddy. One good. Come on, one more.
World star.
Yo, I would have happily grabbed them cameras. I know that's petty, but that's just the way. I can't help it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would have been. It was. They were funny either way, but that just would have took it to the next level right there.
Listen. Listen.
I think it's your sister Melody Coleman said it sounds like he had some of that 18%.
Man, he needed some of that 18%. He got up that hill though. I ain't gonna lie. He did that. If y'all would have seen what I'm talking about, the way this man, he came down this little slope and then came up the bike on the hill like sideways. Y'all seen the goat on the mountain? That's what that was. He was the goat on the mountain. But he was wearing New Balances and it was tied real tight like the sex offender 12s. And so it was a lot of
wow, then it was the rock star, dude. Let's take a picture, man. Like with the family, it was like 3 of them.
Oh no! First, that was not
get these two together.
No, the one that had asked for it, when he asked for a girl, was like, "I want the one with the colorful hair."
Right.
Right. So what they was, y'all was messing with some swingers, and they interrupted the swing. He was trying to pick oh my God, y'all just don't understand. I was struggling, like I can't even believe this is happening. This can't be real life. Not my child was there. My child was there. And you saw that lady they stole from rehab. They stole that lady from rehab. She was in the halfway house because she still had her stocking cap. Not the one from the store, but the one she cut off and she tied at the top.
Right.
She had that on, and she had on the hoodie. Am I lying?
You're telling the truth. It
Okay,
seems like
okay,
she was just
so
there. She kind of stepped to the side, like, what the hell?
Yeah. And she was mad. She was big mad in the corner. Like, I know I didn't just walk this entire trail for y'all just pick up a new person. It was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, and it was in front of my child. I feel some type of way. I just feel some type of way.
Wow.
There was a lot. There was a lot going on.
It's a lot. There was a
lot going on. I'm cool with it though. We survived.
Wow, we survived Lake Johnson.
Yeah.
Wow, dope photo shoot. Yeah, dope time. Dope energy. Yeah.
He did that.
But it was like the entertainment there. It's like, you can't script that stuff.
No.
You could not script that stuff.
That was a real live post episode of Snap. I was waiting for that to happen. I was just like, I was over there like, I kept looking at it. The more the tighter her stocking cap got, because she was getting big mad. It was getting real tight. So you could see the little vein popping up in her stocking cap. And it was that she had used it because it wasn't like black. It was like all black. So you could tell it was a little acid last time she used it. It was.
Wow.
I told Paul, I said, look, they interrupted threesome.
He was so smooth about it. He said, yeah, they got the color hair. Like, nah, that ain't why.
He knew what he was doing. He was like, I like her hair better than the purple one.
Wow.
Each his own. To each his own.
He looked like one of them guys, like Flavor of Love type shows.
No, but it was more like the halfway house version. Like the halfway house edition is what that was. Like, that won't Flavor of Love at all.
Wow. So I guess it's safe to say.
That was version of like. That just won't. You don't just be out in the streets. You notice it was in an excluded part that nobody should have been at, walking trails in the woods and stuff, right?
Walking in the park. Right.
No, they won't walk in the park. It was big parts of.
I tried to clean it up.
Because everybody else had bikes or strollers, some wheels. They were just walking.
Right.
No dogs, no nothing.
Three randos.
Somebody.
It didn't even fit. Like they was a happy family. That there was like 3 randos.
Mad random. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look online and see who's missing. I might get a reward for that because, yeah, something about that was wrong in every way, form, or fashion. Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all don't want to offer it on the show, but y'all had to be there to see what we had seen, and you might see it on the news real soon. Wow. Real soon, because there's some escapees. Somebody escaped from somewhere. You're not gonna tell me those people are loose in society on their own. You're not gonna look at me in the eye and say that. That's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna tell me that y'all let these people on their own, but you got people out here with service dogs and stuff, and they out there by themselves, and they had no.
Yeah, your sister said Flavor of Love, crackheads versus drunks.
Like that bridge. I'm trying to tell you. Listen.
Oh man, yeah.
Nope. It's a whole nother. Even my daughter was like, "Woo, mama!" I said, "Yep, say no to drugs, baby. Say no to drugs."
They said, "What kind of shoes?" They said me and Mitchell said, "What kind of shoes?" I don't remember shoes.
Old girl with some house slippers. You remember old girl with the stocking cap on the head? You said, "All right," she had on house slippers and she still had a robe on, so I know she escaped. You can't tell me she escaped.
It was like 4 in the afternoon.
She had on a white beater with a shirt that was over big, so I don't know if she was trying to wear the boyfriend shirt to look cute. She had on a robe and some slippers, and she still had on y'all remember? Okay, so a lot of y'all might not know this, but back in the day we used to wear pantyhose. Okay,
right.
When you went to church, and if they got a snag in it, you put like nail polish on it to stop the run. So she took them pantyhose. It had to be because it was, like I said, all black. Y'all remember if you didn't wash it right, you could still have the dirt dust in it. Right. She had them, and you could tell she had a run on them because.
Oh shit! Wow.
Y'all be trying to medicate me, and she out in the streets. I'm just saying.
She had the Monique from Precious Swag too. I think.
What really bothers me though? This is what really bothers me because we talk about the dating pool. She got 2 people, but I'm over here struggling right now.
Yeah, 2 people.
She got 2. That means 2 people giving her a call back.
Right. Wow.
Explain.
The clear nail polish. Wow.
You remember me? You remember when your pantyhose run? You put that clear nail polish on there, and if you do it white, it's on your leg. You pull it up as white. We're not gonna talk about that. So.
Oh wow, yeah. So it was definitely a great time and a blast right there. You got a podcast coming up, show that you don't.
Yeah, Jesse Mitchell has he gonna beat me up for this because I forgot to name that quick. It's the wine. Straight No Chase. Thank you. Straight No Chase podcast with Jesse Mitchell this Friday at 8 o'clock. This one of 26 own. He's probably very well known for his podcast out here in Fayetteville. Right. Definitely chime in on this Friday, and I'll put those links on my page as well. Chime in to me on my page. Like, don't be just looking. I see y'all just be looking. Don't be scared to say hi.
They don't want to get roasted. I
don't really roast people on my page like that. Nah, not really. Don't. I don't know. Nope. I can incriminate me on this live.
Right.
I don't. But yeah, follow me on Facebook and Instagram on Ayeshia Chronicles. Now, there was a point before the word Chronicles became popular. I was doing Chronicles. It is a story of my life, one glass of wine at a time. And as you can see, I love my glass of wine.
Right.
So I will be putting out more Chronicles. I know people have been asking, but obviously I've been working. But definitely the Chronicles are back. I've got a few of them posted this week. And if you have some Chronicle ideas that you want me to put out there, now inbox me, because I'm gonna put my little twist to it, a little line to it, and we're gonna do a thing.
Right.
But follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm even on Twitter. I don't really respond on Twitter, but if I'm on there. My Twitter handle is "You Were Thinking It, but I Said It." Don't just like that. It is what it is. So yeah, right, man. What you looking sell? Be on my Facebook like this, like I don't see the views. Yeah, say something. Speak to me. Don't have me on Facebook talking to myself.
Right. That's a fact right there, yo. I'm telling you, yo. So we got the show coming up on the 30th. That's Saturday, right?
Yes. And wear your Halloween costumes. I'm still looking for mine. I know what I want to be, but I can't really find the attire. So if anyone wants to help me become a Thundercat, that'd be awesome.
Wow. You're too young to know about the Thundercats.
Okay, first of all, you're right, because I keep telling people but the reality is, yes, I'm in my 40s, but I think I'm a little too not normal looking to be considered a cougar. Okay, I'm not cougar-ish, something like Thundercat. Oh, so I'm trying to find my Thundercat outfit. If anybody can help me with that, please let me know right away, because I'm really looking for that. Like, real talk, I'm really. If you want to purchase the Thundercat glass, that's really what we do. Yeah. We are saving these hoes one glass of wine at a time.
Wow. They need some help out here now. Let me ask you your opinion about it, right? The music scene, the message, what they're promoting. What's your take on that right quick? For the young girls listening, they got the Megan Thee Stallions. We ain't knocking nobody. No. We're just talking about the message, right? They're leading our young women. What do you think about that? What's your take on that?
You know what? Normally I'm like, well, F that, but no. You know what? Each his own. And I'm gonna say this because now that I'm back in the dating scene, I understand the mentality of their songs, because they're pretty much rebuttaling to what men are feeding them, or not even men, the boys of this society. Thank God I'm an old head. I still listen to my 90s. I will put some Craig Mackey in like it just came out yesterday. Don't play with me. Like 1,000 degrees. You be on your knees. Like, that's me. Like, tells me, no, you're going to listen to Throwback all day. Like, my daughter can like freestyle. Well, I should say freestyle. My daughter can pretty much lyric any 90s music, even down to Tupac. I walked in the room one time, and she was like, she was singing, what is it?
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up. That's what it was. And I was like wanting to be mad, but I was proud at the same time. I ain't gonna walk in but she didn't say that. She edited it. I didn't catch it, but I was proud and I was mad at the same time. Like, yes.
Right.
Better not singing that at school. Yes. It's each its own. Like, I'm teaching my daughter a different mentality, because I want her to have the understanding of what a gentleman is. Unfortunately, she lives in a culture that they are, the men want to be females, and that's fine, but the men that but I mean, it is each his own. If that's what you do in your bedroom, is your business, but you're not gonna force me to be in your bedroom if I didn't leave the house.
Right, leave it in the bedroom, right?
That's right.
Bring it up there.
With that being said, that I don't knock anybody for what they do on that end. It's just I'm teaching my daughter for whatever she ends up dating, and that's the sad part. Whatever she ends up dating, I want her to understand what love is and what respect is.
Right.
Spite up. Right. And that's hard to do with today's music. It's kind of, I remember my parents saying back in the day, my mom saying back in the day, this music, teaching the wrong thing. And I listen to it now, like, they were saying some things, but we had some people that had some lyrics. We had Lauryn Hill.
We had some people.
We had, was it Lupe Fiasco? We had people that was spitting knowledge, Nas and all that taught us how to be.
Right.
respectable.
Right.
And so now I can't speak for everybody. So I ain't gonna knock the new music. I think music and comedy come together very well.
Right. And that's the thing, is like when you first said it, when you said 90s, I was automatically thinking you was about to say 90s R&B.
No.
You naming legends, so you're a hip hop head.
What you don't know is my favorite song in karaoke is Mary J. Blige and Method Man, but I ain't Mary.
Wow, so you Method Man.
I'm Method Man all day. Like, we can do this right now. Let's do it. Like, anybody who knows me, my brother, my friends, like,
so you got it memorized? You know the verse?
What's that?
Shorty, I'm there for you.
Anytime you need me, for real, boys, me in your world, believe me, nothing make a man feel better than a woman. Queen Ruth, bitch, down forever. There are a few things that's forever. My lady, we can make war, make babies. Back when I was nothing, you made a sister feel like she was something. That's why I'm with you to this day, boot in front. Even when the skies break, you rub me on my back and say, baby, it'll be okay. And that's real to us. It's like me, baby, never give him my penis away and keep the height, all right? And we can walk these doors so we can live in a fat ass crib with thousands of kids. Work like I don't need to bring to be your wife. Just be there for me, and I'm gonna make sure we be living in the effing lap of luxury. I'm realizing that you didn't have to with me, but you did. Now I'm going all out, kid, and I got mad love to give you, my nigga.
All right, yo. Yo, that's hip hop wins again, yo. Hip hop wins. Again, right there, yo, and that's the thing.
My brother used to write raps and travel when we couldn't do regular rap. We wrote gospel raps, and we would travel and do that. Like, hip hop head for real. Ani Kamosi, like you name it, like we was in there, like eating it. We love hip hop and rap and.
So let me ask you, okay? It's off the thing. It's off topic, right? All right, we just had the verses. Did you watch the verses? The Karis One and King? Did you see that?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Let me tell you how I love listen, I love Big Daddy Kane. I love Karis One. But when I let me see, one of my first memories of KRS One, he did a song with Bougie Baton. Walk like a champion, act like a champion. Like, yo, when I tell like those are memories I have that I'm a true hip hop head. Like, and I'm one of them, like my brother would tell you, like I told you I was not that girl in there trying to be like Laura Winslow. I was in there spitting rhymes and over here watching comedy show. I'm like, I don't know how that's probably why I ain't got big titties. So
it's a gospel rap. That's how I met you. So you was out there doing the ministry, gospel ministering.
We did. My brother and I, we toured. Like, my mother literally put us on tour on East Coast, and we would write gospel raps because we weren't allowed to like do a lot of rap. And so like I wish my brother could jump on live and do this with me, but we had this joint that we wrote, and oh man, I'm trying to remember a verse. Man, I don't remember. Like, he probably can type something in to get me started, but
hear the word.
Yeah, but hear the word. Like, I get it, yo. Yeah, hear the word was the lyrics, but I used to start it off, and I can't remember how I started. He'll have to like start it off other than hear the word. I know that part, bro. there is more to it, and let's see. Rose, everything but a needed girl. I don't know. I can't off the top of my I can't remember how it started. Like
the first line, sometimes that'd be the hardest part.
If he can hit me with that first line, that's it. You know, but I like right now I just cannot
you can't get it right off the top right now.
Like I can I'm already picking up in the middle, I just can't. But yeah, we used to my mom had us literally on the East Coast. Like, I remember we did a little it was like a karaoke style commercial, and it Kmart, and it went like big for the moment. It was kind of and
that is dope. So, do you remember the cross movement? That was like Lecrae started with them.
Before Lecrae, there was T-Bone. I know Flame. Listen, and see, here's the thing. I told you I was big in the church, right?
Right.
So here's the funny part. My pastor put me in charge of the youth dance team.
Wow.
Right? But it was more of adult youth. It was 3 of us that started.
Right.
So he thought he was putting me in charge. I was gonna do like the butterfly dancing and stuff. Like, nope. I came straight with some Lecrae.
Wow.
Yeah, like I mean, I could flow Lecrae all day too. Like
Right.
that.
Wow.
Melly music,
Melly music.
that fire I can't explain. Listen, it's so much.
There's some talented artists in the gospel arena.
Man,
Definitely
that slept on,
right.
that fire, straight fire. Like you said, like Lecrae, there's Trip Lee, Flame. Like, but before all that, there was T-Bone.
T-Bone was
I don't know if you know anything about that, pushing up daisies and stuff. My brother knew all about that. Like, oh, okay, so you know, like,
yeah, I know about T-Bone. Yeah,
like, listen. So yeah, me and my brother, grew up definitely in the church, but we did our best to enjoy our youth during that time.
Right, that's the thing. That was the thing for me when I was in the church. Right, well, I think we're about the same age. I'm figuring me and you around the same age.
19.
Like, right, I'm 18. But yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. So around this time though, back then, it was like the stuff on the radio, you had the Kirk Franklins and stuff like that, but it was still more slower music, slower tempo. And it was like coming from, I was already in the music industry, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm in the church now. It was opposite for me because I didn't grow up in church. I went to church later in life. So a lot of the music I couldn't get into coming from 90s R&B now, trying to get into the worship. Now I like my praise and my worship music and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I started really listening to underground, which will be indie gospel artists that necessarily didn't get played on the radio.
Okay.
And it's like, so when you said that, there's a lot of talented people that slept on. It's definitely so. It was like I found a time where it was like probably for 2 years straight, maybe. That's all I listened to. I didn't listen to rap. I didn't listen to nothing but gospel. But I had to find music that would entertain me for those 2 years.
Right.
So it's like some of the talented artists are in the gospel arena. They just don't get the notoriety. They don't get the play.
Acknowledged.
Right. So
like
it's like
V Rose has the most amazing voice ever.
Wow.
In gospel. But she's overlooked for people like CZ Winans and stuff like that. But she's also a white girl. So you think like
Wow.
But when I tell you, I'm there with you. Right. You have to, especially if you're learning to get into church or you want to remain in the church.
Right.
But you want to remain youthful and enjoy church. You can't always go to those soul songs. And trust me, the soul songs bring us out of the dirt.
Right.
But if you want to stay like where your mental is, you're struggling and you don't know whether or not you want to jump out there in the secular world, for lack of better words.
Right.
You need some enjoyment as a Christian. And that's where all those other artists come in. And they come in so strong and so powerful. And then you're like, okay, this ain't that bad. This ain't that bad. You know? Like Lecrae, man, listen. Yeah, Lecrae, listen.
I'm laughing at the title. She said, the gospel thugging soccer mom.
Yeah, it's what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Because Kirk Franklin tried to bring it out and the people shamed him. But the gospel gangsters,
gospel gangsters was they was around.
Like, no, really, like it's a real like, and I promise you, like it's funny because this is real to us. Like this is how we were raised because my mom wanted to make sure we were raised in the church. But my mom also had her side. She forget where she came from either. She had her moments. So on the part, but well, I remember a little bit of the raps. Me and my brother did.
Okay.
A little bit, just one of the verses.
All right, that'll work.
It was my part. It's like, now God sent them from the Garden of Eden. Now the whole wide world is acting like heathens. Brother against brother, killing each other. Children had no respect for their mother. I turned on the news. Kids run to lose. Parents getting arrested for child abuse. Girls making babies and think it's cool. They walk around acting like it's something to do. You go outside, somebody got your ride. You lock the doors and try to break inside. African babies eaten up by a buzz while American kids are getting high on drugs. A natural affection because there's no protection itself in the word. Here's the word, y'all.
Yeah, that's the thing right there. That's the thing right there. So it's like, okay. I'm listening to the lyrics, right? And he said, so you grew up in church, and it's like you ministering. That's ministry right there. So it's like, they don't call it rap. They minister. We're ministers. Yeah. We're ministers of the mic.
You so got some like, rappers. But yes. Hey.
Right. It's funny how people want to put a title on everything. We ain't rappers. We ministers. But it's like, all right. So the thing is, it's ministry. So you're over the dance, right? You said they're thinking you're going to be in there.
Oh yeah.
So you come in, you setting it up, y'all turning it up for Jesus in a good way.
Yeah, we had some very it was two very powerful people. And I might even release those videos because it wasn't me. I wasn't really into the dancing. I was just like, but in church, like I said, my pastor just knew I was going to do the whole butterfly style thing. And one of the dancers, really good, like Chris Brown style dancing, and to take that and to be able to use that in the church.
Right.
And then I had another young lady who's, to say she's super strong in the ministry, to be able to express themselves in the church and enjoy the stuff as youth, because they weren't but like 15, 16. Here I am, 20, 24, 25 at the time,
right.
Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to make fun out, we're going to make fun out of this as far as youth in the church. And we did. And they loved it. People loved it.
Wow.
People loved it.
That's the thing, because that age, like you said, 15 to the young adults, right? Getting out of college. So it's like, 15, I would say to 30.
Mm-hmm.
It was a time in the church where it was nothing for them. It was like the seasoned people, they were there. Then you had the kids, they were doing Bible study and stuff like that. But once you graduate from Sunday school,
you the saved or a sinner.
Right. It was no in between. So now, they brought in the dance ministries. Now you got the gospel rap and stuff like that. Even poets, they were doing poets, rap,
and all that.
Mom dances. So it's like, it's ministry. So it's like, listening to your story, you always seemed like you've been doing ministry. Because like you said, watching the girls, you made it fun for them. On the stage, you're ministering to people. You're giving them laughs.
And dirty now. I talk a lot of smack. And I have a nervous twitch where I cuss a lot. I had to fix that. I'm still working on that. God's still working on me. It's funny because I do a lot of cussing. But no, I agree, because I have my moments where I do my self-assessments and I tell myself, honestly, when I am myself,
right, I
end up realizing not only am I doing comedy, but I am ministering in its own way. But I always I go back to laughter towards comedy, because I even have a joke about stuttering, and I don't, I tell them how, it's not stuttering, it's buffering. And then at the end of the joke, I tell them it's not neither one of them. It's the spirit of procrastination upon your tongue. Like, so it's just a lot of, a lot of my church still comes out.
Right.
But it's okay. I love that foundation. I would not be who I am without that foundation. So.
And everybody needs that right there. That's the thing, especially the times we living in now. Seeing all the signs of times and everything. So it's like you said, people, it's heavy. It's a lot for a lot of people. They're going through some hard times. We need laughter.
Yes,
we definitely need a relationship. We definitely need that relationship. We definitely need that foundation, because without that foundation, a lot of people, they wouldn't stand. They wouldn't be able to stand. It's like, you got to know who to call on. You got to know how to pray and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of the dark times. So I'm pretty sure a lot of your strength comes from,
whether it's, because a lot of people I know, like, well, they don't believe in church. And I was raised in church. I do believe in the Bible and God. And I've learned a lot more, spiritual stuff. But there is a spiritual connection with you and whoever your source is. And I look at and I say that, and I mean that wholeheartedly, because some people have their beliefs on Jesus, and that's fine.
Right.
But as long as you know that your main source is God, it's God Daddy to me. As long as you know that the moon doesn't shine without him, as long as you know you don't breathe without that chance, as long as you know that you are still one connected to the earth.
Right.
Pray him first, and everything else will fall in. Everything else will fall in place. Like everything, even when you don't think it's going to. There's been so many times. And like I catch myself in it. I've caught myself really for just weird, even form these words, because I worked for millionaires. But to have 2 conversations on the phone this week with 2 people who are millionaires under the age of 35.
Wow.
That look up to me.
Right. That's beautiful.
What?
That's a blessing right there. And it's got to be encouraging. It's got to be encouraging.
Yeah.
Right.
It is. it is a promise, a reminder. It's not about the money. It's nothing of that nature.
Right.
It's a reminder that we all use cottonelle when we go to the bathroom. Right? Just off whatever you use.
Right.
You know, we are all human and we all go through things and we all need a little laughter. Sometimes we need to cry. And sometimes we just need to be.
Wow. That's real right there. Yo, I'm sitting here and I'm blown away. It's like, yo, I'm hoping you don't get mad and be like, yo, this joker kept me up there all night. He talking.
Yeah, no, look like it's gonna be out.
Right. You know what I mean? But it's a vibe, yo, and it's definitely, you good people.
I ain't mad at it because I noticed that there's people still chiming in. So I appreciate y'all still listening.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there. It's definitely been a blessing right there. And down the road, I hope to have you back. I know I'll probably see you back on the set sometime.
But you know, we'll see.
Yeah, that's cool. So we're still gonna be friends at the set. You ain't gonna roast me. You ain't gonna get around HL. You know what? This joker had me on this show, and I become
me and HL gonna be on the yacht, like, you know, I guess. But he promised the hour last time. You know, he be on color people time. Like, you know, we started at 8. Just nobody else was with us when we started at 8. Nobody.
Right.
We did start on time, y'all.
We did start on time.
Didn't know it.
Right. Yeah, it's dope. Yo, and it's like, again, yo, I want to salute you, yo, because it's like, it's good to see you doing what you love. You're doing it well, and doors are opening for you. Not only are the doors opening for you, you turn around and giving people a platform with the stage that you have. You're sharing that stage. You're encouraging other women. You're bringing, like you said, I'm bringing all the comedians in Fayetteville together. That support. We all in this together.
I know us.
And that's the thing. So it's like, yo, even with Ra, you know, that's my brother. For you to come support him, it's like, yo, I seen the Soap Kings first. And he's like, yo, she's a comedian. So it's like, I did a little research about you. Like, I would like to bring on the show. Right. So then when I got to meet you, it was like, yo, it was like a kindred spirit. Like, I already had met you before. It was like, you was real down to earth, real cool. And it was like, that's the type of vibe. So it's like, I want to salute you on that, because like, even on the comments, based on the comments, you affect a lot of people. It's like, you're one of them people that bring joy to the world. She said, this is awesome. I love you, sis. Keep doing your thing. So it's like, definitely hit her back. Definitely have her back. Yeah, I made this funny. Yo, definitely appreciate it. I'm going to try to, you know what I mean? Yo, that's the thing. It's like, you're doing a job where it's like you bringing joy to the world, where a lot of people are in pain. You got a lot of injustices going on, a lot of unsureties, job security, a lot of things going on that people, they sometimes at the end of their rope. Yeah. So to see a smile on your face, to even say, yo, I was going through some things. I just seen you this weekend. I would have never knew. Ooh. I didn't know. Okay. I'm thinking, yo, you living your best life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's over there having a good old time.
You saw me Saturday morning. I cried my eyes out Saturday afternoon.
Wow.
It's not a job. It's a purpose.
It's a purpose.
And I appreciate every bit of it. And as long as he allows me to live this purpose, I'm going to keep serving it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And I definitely keep you in my prayers as well, because I know when you're pouring out your cup, when people are not pouring back into you, that can be overwhelming as well. Then it's like, you know, not a pressure, but it's like you're constantly giving. And sometimes we hurt the most. Yeah. And it's like it's good to be thought of, or like, you know, like the same way we have compassion for somebody else. For somebody to have compassion for me, not to be forgotten. Like, I'm just giving. And like you said, people don't check on you and stuff like that. So it's like, it is important. Yeah. For us to, like, especially those lights of the world, those people that bring joy, those are the ones that need it the most sometimes.
That's right, because you think about it, you know, if everyone in the world is depending on us to lift them up, right, who is there to bring us back our energy? So. Right,
your brother said bad time, so we're gonna wrap it up right there. He said that's it. Yo, it's bad time. You know, laughter's healing. Definitely salute
to all you guys, all of you that are tuning in that are here because of me. Thank you. And Sion, thank you for having me. I salute you. I appreciate it. I think it was great.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, you got any shout outs you want to give, or I'll let you close it out from here.
I mean, everybody done said their hellos and stuff, and I don't want to miss nobody. I feel bad because there was a lot of people logged in, and I know everybody couldn't stay. So I know you can come back to YouTube and watch this as well. Sign has all kinds of episodes. I watch them back to back, and I think you're doing a great thing. I appreciate you for what you're doing. Thank you for having me. And just shout out to everyone who, whether you're going through or not, but especially if you're going through and you just don't know what else to do, just smile. I promise you, there is some good in every bit of everything. And this is coming from someone who's watched people go through the worst in their life and still somehow make them smile. And I don't even know how I do it, but they do. There's some good in everything. And if you can't find the good in it and you wake up tomorrow and still can't find the good in it, remember you woke up. You woke up. There's your good.
That's powerful.
That means you got another chance.
Powerful.
Shake it off and try again.
Yeah, that's a fact right there. Yeah. And you can end it right there. That's dope right there. That's enough. That'll last them all week. If they hold that right there, it's like, yo, you woke up. Somebody didn't. You know, and again, yo, much love to you. Much love to your family. The doors continue to open. Opportunities keep coming your way. Yo, it's an honor to have you. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you watch the live or you watch the playback. This was the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I go by the name of Sion. And yo, you had the privilege of being on the stage and having comedian Ayeshia. Yo, go be sure to support her. Let me throw these flyers up real quick. This weekend.
Do what you gotta do.
This weekend, be sure to check out, and that's in Greensboro.
Greensboro on the 30th. That's right.
And then November in Fayetteville, November 12th in Fayetteville. The flyers will be on her page. I'm going to tag her in the descriptions and all that. Be sure to tap in. Be sure to follow her at Ayeshia Chronicles on social media platforms. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Be sure to follow her and keep in touch. And again, I thank you. Much love to you. And we're going to sign off right here. All right. Thank y'all.
Good night.